Yo, what up, everybody? Make sure the stream's going good. We're not dropping frames and all that. It's looking good. What up, everybody? It's been a minute. I have not live streamed in a while, especially a One Piece chapter. Sometimes I'd be wanting to hop on. Let me pull up the chapter, though. Sometimes I'd be wanting to hop on live stream just to chat. We talk about the chapter, some anime airing and stuff right now, but I'm gonna have to like gauge and see how people will enjoy that. If people are interested in me just hopping on live stream, chatting with y'all, discussing some stuff, all that. Move my camera a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Who is in the chat? Say what's up in the chat. Whoever's in the chat. Make sure to share the stream. Like the stream. Send it to your friend or whatever. Get some people in here. Get the stream live, popping. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. That way, people are trickling in. We can kind of just start talking because I'm sure most people have already read it, or a lot of people have read it. The early group have read it since it came out. Like, I think my wife said like 5 hours ago. I was knocked out though. I had just went to sleep. So, let's see. One Piece, chapter 1067, titled Punk Records. Huh. That sounds like we're about to get like a not episode, a chapter about music making. Like Punk Records is like a record label, and we're about to sign a young Spotify rapper like Zoro about to release his mixtape. Something called like Nothing Happened. First song on there, Onigiri. Second song on there, I'm number 2. Third song on there, number 4 sucks, and so on. But I wonder what they're talking about with punk records. Or those like, maybe that's what Vegapunk was going to show Nami, Sanji, and the rest of them. Was maybe he compiled kind of like his own version of the One Piece. He compiled all of his data, his knowledge, and everything into like one place, one piece, and he's gonna show them because he feels that he's gonna die soon. So that makes sense. That makes me think if the ancient kingdom was an advanced civilization back in the day, if maybe the One Piece is literally just like maybe a microchip with all of a bunch of information on it. But I doubt, because that wouldn't be fun for Luffy. But I mean, it'd be One Piece in one place. All right. German's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 24. I forget who you are. Who are you again? Judge versus Caesar. So Judge doesn't remember him. I forget. Who are you again? And Caesar's probably offended that he doesn't remember him. Huh. I wonder who doesn't remember who. Let's see. All right. What happened to your head? A most curious head. It used to be like a massive light bulb. Oh. It was getting a tad too long, so I cut it. Yeah, like that's just normal. We're not talking about hair here. As I recall, I was almost as tall as a giant when I met you. What? No way. His head was that big? I heard rumors about it being big, but it was like an air balloon. Well, that's because I ate the brain. Ouch. Yo. Yo, double, bro. Vegapunk has a devil fruit. Oh my god! I never even thought of that. To be honest, I never. What up, Cosmic? Oh my god! I never even thought of that. A devil fruit, a brain fruit. That's so obvious. It makes so much sense, but I guess you just assume it's organic and not the work of a devil fruit, but that would explain his big ass head. But I thought maybe he was just a part of the long forehead, long head tribe like Fukurokachu or whatever the F his name is. Bruh. Okay. And he stumbles over trying to say his fruit name because it's a tongue twister. Nomi, nomi, nomi. Let's see. This chap goes hard. I'm looking forward to it. Every chap of One Piece goes hard nowadays, bro. I'm literally not looking forward to any kind of mid chapters because I don't know if there's going to be any mid chapters in One Piece until we end this thing. Let's see. Pardon me. I bit my tongue. Is that why your tongue always hangs out? Is trying to say your fruit name? Is that why your tongue always hangs out? I bit my tongue. I meant to say I'm a brainy human because I ate the brain fruit. It allows me to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge. That's helpful. I would want that fruit. It makes my brain grow in size. I wonder who, if he's supposed to be dying pretty soon, which it's pretty much foreshadowed that he's gonna die pretty soon. I wonder where his fruit's gonna go and who's gonna be the next user. Are we gonna get that in this series still, or is that gonna be like something maybe in a spinoff? Having an extra unlimited data bank is a handy ability for a born genius like me. So he was already smart. The brain fruit just literally allows him to memorize things better and to store all of the data that he basically already has in his head, but he just won't forget it. So this is what they mean by punk records. Okay. Let's see. Now I have a brain. Now I have the largest brain in the world, and it continues to grow. That's why he had to put his brain in other people. Still, did you put it somewhere? That's awesome. Have you got tons of medical knowledge too, Dr. Vegapunk? Naturally. Whoa. Does that mean you're dumb now? Oh, does that mean you're dumb now, old guy? Because you cut your brain out? Don't write off my genius, you rascal. He's pretty clumsy without his brain. That's what I'm seeing. It's just because he doesn't have as much of a brain. That's what I felt like last chapter. He just felt like he was pretty silly, kind of like more on Luffy's level. He's still smart, but he's just more simplistic thinking. And I was thinking that was more of... Yeah, I was thinking that was more of Dr. Vegapunk. Just, I guess, showing his personality is split with his brain. See this apple here. It's an antenna. Oh, that's artificial. That's why that's a part of his satellite. Okay. Take a gander at the top of the mound. Notice how it says Punk Records. Punk Records under the giant egg. That's the hangar where I keep my brain. Yo, is that smart? So your brain isn't... so your brain isn't in the other Vegapunks. His brain is stored somewhere and is controlling the other Vegapunks like they're satellites, and he's the main signal tower. That okay? What? Isn't that way too big? There's no harm in me being away from it since my antenna can pick up brain waves. You met a little girl earlier who called herself Vegapunk, right? That's one of my clones. There's 6 on the island. You're a ninja? Each one is a facet of my that Naruto reference, that shadow clone jutsu. Love it. Little Kishimoto shout out. Each one is a facet of myself and an expert in their own key field of study. That's what I felt, of course. That's probably what most people were thinking. You'd get my full personality if you combine them, but they can get 6 times the work done apart. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. So I wanna. So even this Vegapunk right here isn't the real Vegapunk because he doesn't have his full personality right now or anymore. I don't know if it's possible for him to have it. I guess put his brain back in his head, but I don't know. So this none of these Vegapunks have a brain at all in their head. Seems like they're just antennas. Okay, what the? Each of them connects to the punk records once a day to synchronize our memories and knowledge. Since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of their experience is that much greater. That's brilliant, to be honest. Someone who can live 6 to 7 different lives and be geniuses in a certain field, they're going to have different experiences, and then you come back and put all of those experiences together and meld them. You're going to learn ridiculous amounts of knowledge and have ridiculous amounts of experience just because you increase the possibility of a new experience and learning something new by a ridiculous amount. Just think of the probability with the beans and stuff in middle school, elementary, whenever we learn that ish. You all share the same brain. I find it difficult to wrap my head around that. Just think of it as sharing the same library. So he has a cloud. He's just a cloud. If only I could let everyone in the world connect to my brain, all of humanity would have access to my knowledge. Wow. That's a great idea. It kind of reminds me of the whole Uta plot, though, that was in film Red about her wanting to basically this is spoilers for film Red. I'm assuming most people who want to see it have seen it, but essentially forcing her will upon everybody else. Nobody asked necessarily have this knowledge from Dr. Vegapunk. He's just assuming that everybody wants to or will benefit from being as smart as him or being like him. But that's not necessarily always the case. Some people like where they are. Some people like their current level, their brain level, and they want to do things on their own terms and not necessarily be forced. So that just reminded me of that. Let's say he trying to create the internet, bro. Yeah. He bringing the internet. I wonder if the Void Century has the internet, had like a Twitter or something like that. Bro, Twitter. Some tweets started that 100-year Void Century. Put money on it right now. Somebody was out there, king of the ancient kingdom out there tweeting recklessly. Maybe even Joy Boy out there tweeting recklessly. And 20 Kings pulled up like, bro, I see you tweeting. You say pull up. We pulling up. And Ancient Kingdom got smashed, bro. So, moral of the story: don't be talking reckless on Twitter. Let's see. So I'd be able to study medicine from all over the world naturally, and also with the Vegapunk thing, you can go to like different places. You can send your Vegapunk to all different type of places to have even more experience instead of having one person limited to one spot. So that's really cool. Ooh, but if you let everyone share their conflicting ideologies, wouldn't all that bias lead to trouble? Exactly, Jinbei. You sure are sharp, one Knight of the Sea, but science would never progress if you spent all day worrying about stuff like that. Pet, pet, pet. That's his laugh. Pet, pet, pet. Google. That's your problem, Vegapunk. What is that? Oh, she brought that little light sword. She got that lightsaber. You shrug off sacrifices in the name of progress. That's why Dad's been turned into a heartless weapon. Oh, I wonder if Kuma was an experiment of his to try to basically accelerate his plan of connecting his brain to everyone in the world. That's basically his, what's the word? Experiment's not the word, but prototype. Kuma's the first prototype of basically maybe his other Vegapunks. He was just trying to connect Kuma and the PX whatevers to his brain so he could almost control them in a way. And Kuma's body was, for whatever reason, perfect for that. Oda making a social commentary on the internet. Yeah, definitely. Oda saw basically iCloud and the internet and everything. It was like, huh, this is an interesting like topic. We can kind of work with this. And you know how Oda's brain works. Creativity explosion. And we get this in One Piece. Just like he said, Oda's built a story to basically you could do anything in this world and it could make sense. That's how tight the world building and the openness of what he said, which is really, really, really hard to do, guys. I want y'all to grasp how hard it is to make a story that basically transcends anything. You could almost put anything in there and kind of make it make sense. And the fans, of course, there's always going to be fans that question it, but the majority of fans probably won't question something so weird like that. And like I said, that's just a testament to how good Oda's writing is when you can make a story like that with almost unlimited possibilities. It's genius writing. I'm not going to say Oda doesn't make his mistakes because he's human. There's definitely some holes in One Piece. There's definitely some things he doesn't do to 100% the best of his ability, or I guess maybe it's the best of his ability, but not to the best that he could do in our opinion. So, all right. Wow, stop it, Bonnie. That beam saber is defective. Give it a rest. I know it cuts well enough. I tested it earlier. Turn my dad back to normal. Phew. Dang, bro, his legs are long. What kind of race? He still can't be a normal human. I know there's some tall humans in this world, but man looks tall. If you even think about saying no, don't be hasty, Bonnie. Killing him would wait, let me see what I mean. Killing him would make you a lot of enemies. Hit off the switch, Bonnie. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, those bugs? That beam attracts the ludicrous a number of bugs. What bugs? Why does the beam attract the bugs? Yeah. Are they zapping the bugs? Is Bonnie scared of bugs? Check it out, Bonnie. A giant stag beetle. This isn't the time for beetles. Look at her. She's fainted. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Of course Bonnie wants me dead. It's ironic that one of my many failures saved me. Speaking of which, you guys were recently in Wano, correct? You wouldn't happen to know whether a dragon just like Kaido really appeared there. Ooh, spicy. Yes, Cosmic. My man is the most versatile Arthur out there by far. It's easy, like I said, looking on the outside in and saying, like, making our critiques. But to make a story like Oda that's expansive as it is, that's as versatile as it is, that you can do whatever you want, essentially, is amazing. And that's why I love Gear 5 so much, because Oda basically put his story, what he likes, his creativity, himself, all into the essence of what Gear 5 is. It's the freedom to almost be able to do anything within your imagination. And it makes sense. But let's get back. Let's finish this chapter, guys. We'll talk about that at the end. Oh, you're talking about Momo. I suppose he ate the defective fruit I left on Punk Hazard. Defective? What do you mean? We're finally about to find out. That was an artificial devil fruit I synthesized. I made it after 20 years of researching Kaido's lineage factor. It cost me countless resources, but I couldn't get it quite right. It's going to be the pink guy. It's going to be the pink. Oh, so that's why he's the same as Kaido, but it worked out just fine. he can still spit fire. He's super strong. He's the guardian deity of Wano now. You really made that awesome. And his color, pink. It's pink. That's the reason. Daft, you see, another monumental failure. What's wrong with that? I get it. He's a genius and a perfectionist. People called that to a T a while ago. Oh my God, Vegapunk is a perfectionist. And literally the only thing wrong with Momo's fruit is the fact that he's pink instead of blue, which is crazy. Momo's literally gonna become Kaido with Odin's sword skills. Momo is gonna be so freaking OP. It's gonna be ridiculous. So freaking OP, guys. Oh my God. Like when I made a short a while ago about Momo potentially like way off surpassing Zoro in the end, like when Zoro is ready to pass his world's strongest title off to somebody, even though Momo's now older than Zoro. So yeah, that one might be a little bit more difficult, but man, Momo would be a perfect candidate from that, seeing as he trained a little bit under Zoro. Maybe even will train some more under Zoro after the story ends. He has Kaido's dragon powers. He has Odin's just physical genetic prowess. Oh my God. He can be such a freaking beast. I'm a perfectionist myself. Technically, we've been there with covers. Where? Oh, I'm reading too high up. Let's see. Is there any genre besides space that hasn't been explored yet in One Piece? I don't think so. And yeah, technically, we've been there with cover stories. Let's see. Does One Piece touch the horror genre? Yeah, Thriller Bark definitely is a horror genre. Whole Cake definitely plays on that too. But Thriller Bark is 100% a horror genre. It's based off of Halloween. Thriller Bark, which Dash, you will love that because it's a Michael Jackson shout out, my boy. It's Thriller. They got the zombies and yeah, you'd really enjoy that one. So you should. But even though a lot of people on first watch don't like that one as One Piece fans, I know Kaylee doesn't like Thriller Bark. I didn't like it off first watch through. I liked it 20 times more off of my second watch through. It was a lot more funnier. I enjoyed the characters that I found annoying the first time. I enjoyed them a lot more the second time. So yeah, but yeah, man, catch up to One Piece. Appreciate you stopping by, Dash. But yeah, everything except for basically sci-fi, which this is sci-fi that we're going over right now. We're talking about future tech. We're talking about there's like people in space. There's laser beams. There's automata that can go up to space. And they'll built a floating ship that made it into space. So yeah, we've kind of touched on sci-fi. I think we can go and touch on sci-fi even more in the future, but we've definitely touched on sci-fi a bit. I really can't think of a genre per se, except for, I guess, if you want to talk about some yaoi and some yuri, like some obscene type genres out there. Unless you want to talk about something like that, then I think we've touched on most topics in One Piece. I like it for Nightmare Luffy. Need that back. Yeah, I think Oda, he tends to bring back stuff like that. So I think he will eventually bring that back, especially because Moria is most likely still alive. So yeah, and he's with Blackbeard, so we might get a Nightmare Luffy part 2. But let me finish reading this, guys. I went off on a major tangent. What's up, people? I see you got a couple more people join the chat. Say what's up in the chat, guys. Join the squad. Hit that like button, share the stream, get people in here. We're almost done, I think. So we're going to have, as y'all can see, if y'all have been in here, we're going to have probably good conversation, because I like to go off on tangents and have good conversation about theories and just random stuff I think of. What about this robot? You made it too, right, old man? Make it move. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This is the legendary Iron Giant. Love that movie. Shout out. I've said this before. Shout out Iron Giant. One of my favorite movies as a kid. Made me cry. Go watch Iron Giant if you haven't. That attacked the Holy Land of Marijuana. About 200. So this isn't Void Century stuff right here. This is 200 years ago. Who made an Iron Giant 200 years ago? And were they related to Frankie? That's what I want to know. Because there's a theory that this is most likely what the Shogun Frankie and the Vegapunk one is built off of. Watch is an ancestor of Frankie. I bet Oda makes that connection. Its objective remains unknown. I heard it ran out of power before it could cause any casualties. Either way, I'm sure the scientists of the time were absolutely flabbergasted. Such advanced technology would have seemed totally alien to them. None of them could tell where it came from or what it was trying to do. It seemed... Hold up. Let's see. Yes, Iron Giant. Hold up. I wonder if I can pull this up. It seems the world government ordered its destruction, but the scientists of the time couldn't help their curiosity. That's why they hid it here to be passed down without the government's knowledge. So Egghead is somewhat of a secret island that's Vegapunk didn't create. It's been an island that scientists, I guess, all over the world have traveled to or come around to, and it's kind of a secret. It's kind of like the poneglyph of scientist. But hey, what's up, viewer? Appreciate y'all joining in. Say what's up in the chat. Join the crew. But oh my god, so this is blowing my mind that this was 200 years ago though, and not the Void Century, because I don't think we really know too much that happened 200 years ago. I think we know that those two ancient giants, one of them that Big Mom killed, and one of them is still alive now, I believe. Fallbeard and something Beard. They were alive around 200 years ago. I believe that was their age, something, or were they like 500 years? I believe they were 200 years and something, or close to 200 years. Somebody look that up or correct me if y'all know. But they might have had some knowledge of this, but I don't think we know too many other things that were in this time period. Because I know that Nolan, he was like 400 years ago. Yeah, so Egghead, Sonic, and One Piece. So Vegapunk is similar, I guess, to Dr. What's the evil guy in Sonic? Dr. I can't remember his name, but he's like an Einstein, Dr. whatever mix. Let's see. Vegapunk's leg is a Eggman reference. Is that Sonic you're talking about? I didn't watch Sonic like that. I had a Sonic game I really liked playing growing up, but I didn't watch Sonic like that. So I know who y'all are talking about. Not Dr. Gero. What is this man's name in Sonic? I'm gonna keep reading. Somebody gonna type it in there. So where am I? But oh my god, and it ran out of power before it did anything. So what was its purpose? How did it get up to the Holy Land? Nobody was piloting it. This is really mysterious. Good job on finding this place from the town. The entrance should look like a wall. We just stumbled here since we were all old and senile. Yeah, we were playing Old Lost. Oh, that's a shame. 200 years ago, that's around the time okay, so we're so they can see Luffy and the rest of the stuff happening. Okay. 200 years ago, that's around the time the Fishmen's Rights movement started to gain ground. I don't think we knew this. I think Otahime and Fisher Tiger were the first kind of references that we knew about. I know they had reference that the Fishmen had been trying to get like citizenships and rights and stuff over time, and Otahime wasn't necessarily the first one. She was just like the Martin Luther King, the Gandhi or whatever that really pushed it. Wow. So what does this have to do with Fishman? Oda is putting so much social commentary in this. It's really ridiculous. Eggman was the scientist in Sonic. I stand for Fishman right. Hey, Fishman right. Fishmen are the black people in the One Piece world. So definitely stand up for your Fishman rights. Your half Fishman rights. Fisher Tiger stuff was probably about 10 years back. Yeah, because Koala was a little girl. So it couldn't have been longer than like 15 years. She must be talking about something else. Yeah. Hey, we support Fishman rights, guys. Don't be mean to Fishman. Don't be who's who. Don't be who's who. So you're saying that the robot climbed the red line. He had to. There's no other way. Most likely. I created Vega Force 01 based off what I learned from it, which Frankie's about to make the connection that Shogun Frankie's is based off of that too. But I lack the scientific prowess to reverse engineer every aspect of it. Wow, so it's that advanced? It's difficult to believe that this mechanized soldier was made over So it was made over 900 years ago, but what triggered it 200 years ago? Who's Who was wild and laughing? Oh, dude is racist. Bro, dude was ridiculously racist, honestly. He was on some other ish. I'm glad Jinbei cracked mans. Bro, though. So what activated this? I'm trying to think of if we know anything else that happened 200 years ago. Is this a reference to maybe another Joy Boy appearing that is not Luffy but was a failed Joy Boy? There's something even you couldn't recreate. It's power source. In the past, they had a power source that could upend our modern ideas of that what's possible. That's the undying flame that he's talking about. I wonder how that's going to be a reference. That is Luffy's devil fruit the embodiment of this undying flame? Or maybe they had Luffy's or the old Joy Boy, old Sun God Nika, as almost captive, and they were draining him for his power constantly. But that's kind of how Luffy's devil fruit works too. It drains him. Okay, I'm gonna just keep reading. Well, at any rate, it's good to know Luffy and the others are okay. Who's that girl though? That's Jewelry Bonnie's. She's a pirate. Okay, Usopp, you know, I see you, Usopp. Usopp keeping tabs, bro. Usopp, Jewelry Bonnie got our OnlyFans, bro. I thought the one we saw before was a little girl. And the way Vegapunk's head works is crazy. I truly did a terrible thing to Bonnie. Yeah, you should get down and beg her to forgive you, old man. You young dolt, like you know anything about it. Yeah, let us know. There's something I have to give her. His brain. Regardless, I feel like fate brought you here today, Straw Hat Luffy. Please, can you take me away from Egghead? Hey, yo! Are we getting an Egghead? Or are we getting a Dr. Vegapunk joining the Straw Hats? I doubt it's for any long period of time. But are we going to get Dr. Vegapunk traveling with the Straw Hats for a bit? Ooh, this is about to be... Woo! Nakama! Nakama! Yes! New member alert! Yo! I wonder if all 6 Vegapunks are gonna come with him. I don't think so. I think they're gonna be left behind to maybe fight or something's gonna happen. I don't think every Vegapunk's coming. I think we are gonna get maybe this Vegapunk. Or maybe this is the Vegapunk that's actually gonna be the one who dies, and we get one of the other Vegapunks. But this one seems the most complete, even though he's still split up. Vegapunk for Nakama. That's what's up, man. So we're gonna have Vegapunk, Bonnie traveling with us next, which makes 100% sense because next I believe we're going to. I made a whole video about it last week, so check that out if you haven't watched it. I believe that we're going to Elbaf next. I think it's telegraphed based off last chapter and everything that's going on. We're going to Elbaf, and I think Dragon's going to be linked to Elbaf somehow. If he's not, then we're going to quickly connect to Dragon before we go to Elbaf, but I believe Dragon's going to connect to Elbaf. I believe, like I said, watch that video. I'll link it. I don't know. I can't link it. I'm in a live. But if I post the whole live stream, I'll link it. Man, I think everything's about to go down in Elbaf. We're about to have a common. I think that's where the big battle with Blackbeard and everything's first going to take place. It might extend to somewhere else, but I think it's going to take place on Elbaf. I think a lot of things are about to come to a head on Elbaf. Let's see. I'll take York too. York's the one that eats for everybody, right? So Lust or whatever. Yeah, this is Cypher Poll. We're requesting entry to Egghead Port. What poorly trained pets? Hey, and Vegapunk probably ain't letting y'all in there. They destroyed one though. Hey. Bro. Confirmed. Lucci, Kaku, Hattori, they are all masked members. I think that's Stussy back there. I can't really tell though. I think that's Stussy. They're all masked members of. Hey, what up, KBKY? I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying K-Bookie. What up, bro? Appreciate you joining. Or maybe, I don't even know if you're a bro. Bro, sis. I ain't gonna assume. What up? Nice to meet you. But our man Rob Gucci entered the chat with a cold ass mask, my boy. Kaku mask kind of cold too. All they masks kind of, bro. The fact that Hattori got a mask though, oh my god, he look cold, bro. Hattori over there dripped up. He got that jacket over his top, bro. He got the jacket. He got the tie. He got the top hat. He got the mask. Him and Lucci matching up to a T, bro. Mask on. Fuck it, mask off. Mask on. Bro, oh my god. That's cold. They got the pacifist Akuma, who looks absolutely huge in the background, and some other masked members of CP0 look like. It's about to go down. Let's see. Will be best streamer. Appreciate that, bro. Subscribe to the channel. Join us for the weekly. Rob Good, let's see, mask on. Lucci finna meet the Frankie nipple. Oh my god, do not sleep on this bird. Y'all think Hattori cold? Y'all think Hattori about to pull some moves off? Bro, the fact that he got a mask on and dripped out like that, I'm starting to think I shouldn't sleep on Hattori. Cause that man looked cold. Honestly, he the coldest looking one in that panel. Lucci a close second. I like how they mask match each other, but they cold. I think that might be my thumbnail right there this week. That's a cold picture. That's a cold panel. And appreciate you stopping by, Export. I don't think you've been in here before, so appreciate you. Nice to meet you, man. Hope you stop by more often. Let's finish reading this though. Reports indicate that Jewelry Bonnie was spotted making her way here too. That pest keeps slipping away from us. She served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. So this was a thing with Akainu when he met her, when the whole Blackbeard thing during the time skip or whatever was happening, or post Marineford or whatever was happening. They mentioned that she had some type of connection, and why are they trying to catch her while she's slipping away? Is it her devil fruit that they're trying to get, or what? Shaka, there's a government ship. It'd be bad if they found us harboring pirates. What does CP0 want with us, and why did they bring Rob Lucci? Who said Rob Lucci? They know Rob Lucci though. I say we just hand this riffraff over. They're not here for the Straw Hats. They here for y'all, bro. After all, that Lucci fellow is an assassin, right? What? Rob Lucci? Hey, hurry up and give us our legs back. Yo, why y'all still scared? Y'all are a Yonko crew. It's been 2 years. Y'all have advanced majorly. I know y'all still scarred and stuff, but I'm sure Sanji can take Rob Lucci now. I think they took Bonnie hostage to get Kuma to... Okay, that makes sense. That would make sense. Fuck the riffraff. For real, bro. Fuck the riffraff. Rock Gucci though. I'm so happy to have my boy Rock Gucci back, bro. He got the Gucci shoes on. He got the Gucci loafers, the Gucci belt. Oh, they ain't showing it. All right. No, that guy's still around. You can't let them in. Don't you worry, Robin Sean. I'll protect you no matter how many times he comes back. Yeah, Sanji, you could definitely take Rob Lucci. Tell them to hand over the Seraphim and leave. We're declining their request to dock. Every time Shaka Vegapunk is in a panel, it's epic. He has no face, but the tone he sets in his panels, especially individual panels, is amazing. I doubt agents of the world government will respond well to that, so prepare for battle. Kamabaka Kingdom, Grand Line. Dragon-san, Kuma-san's acting weird. Oh, snap. What's going on? I doubt the agents of the world government will respond to that, so prepare for battle. So we're getting battle like next chapter. So obviously Zoro and Brook are going to be the first ones to encounter them, so they're going to have some type of little clash there. Kuma-san, what's wrong? Is he still being controlled by the Navy? What is going on? Kuma is huge, bro. Kuma-san, where are you going? You're in no state to be moving like that. You're still not yourself. Oh, so was that machine supposed to be converting him back to himself? What's with him? I don't know. Huff, huff. Kuma-san, come back. Bang. Talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? Stay with us. V are not... Wait, what the heck? Who's saying that? V are not done fighting. Why is that spelled and stuff like that? We're not done fighting. The Revolutionary Army, is that like Dragon's accent or something? The Revolutionary Army is just getting started. Who is talking? Is that Dragon? Why are they adding K's to the end of everything? What's going on? Is that just how he talks? And if so, that has to give away a lot of what's going on with him, or a lot of his background. Let's see. Dragon pulled a Luffy-like scream. Yeah, that panel is like a mirroring of Luffy. Luffy does that panel all the time. So like father, like son. And here I was questioning whether Dragon was his real dad. I'm still curious though about Dragon forming the revolutionaries with Kuma and Ivankov. And I like how they're lined up right there at the end. All three of them have their own little panel. Kuma, Ivankov, Dragon, the leaders, the people who formed the Revolutionary Army. So that's 22 years ago. Luffy born 18 years ago. So 3 years after forming the Revolutionary Army, Dragon sneaks off, doesn't tell his best friends here, neither of these two who he formed the Revolutionary Army with, doesn't tell them, and he goes off and has a kid. That's still really mysterious to me, and I need that explanation because that's really, really mysterious. Dragon pulled a Luffy like, okay. Ivankov talks like that with the V. So that's Ivankov talking, but so it's not supposed to be a K, it's supposed to be a V. Stay with us. Oh, with the V instead of we. That's what you mean? Okay. We are not done fighting. Okay. So that's Ivankov saying that. A mad dash to where? I wonder if this has something to do with Bonnie. Actually, I think this is simply a response to Dr. Vegapunk declaring war on the world government and basically sending out a distress alert, basically saying, like, it's time now. Maybe this was a part of Kuma's whole purpose in the end, was kind of to protect Dr. Vegapunk. And I think now he's going to Egghead. So maybe we even get Dragon this arc because in this arc going into next arc, or this is just setting up for Dragon next arc because he's going to follow Kuma and end up with Luffy and Dr. Vegapunk. So I'm going to assume Kuma is running towards Egghead. Yep, that's what I'm assuming too. That's exactly what I'm assuming too, Export. I don't know if it's because of a Bonnie thing or a Vegapunk thing. Most likely it's a Vegapunk thing. I think it's weird that Dragon has that machine that they had Kuma attached to. And they said you're not yourself yet. So were they converting him back to being himself? Was that a machine that his memories and all of that were stored in, and they were like transferring all of that back to him? So that's mysterious, but we're gonna get a lot of the Bonnie stuff I see coming up very soon. Let's see. Okay, that one just popped up for export. All right, is that the end of the chapter? We got a break next week. Oh, that's Thanksgiving though, so yeah. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody who won't get to live stream, but I have enjoyed live stream being back. I'm about to let's talk, guys. We're done. So they colored the cover this week. That looks pretty good. Vegapunk for Nakama, huge. The robot, how it got to the Holy Land, what was his purpose, who controlled it, who activated it after 700 years of not being active, most likely. That's the biggest mystery in this. Actually, this whole chapter is just a lot of mystery, though. The whole Kuma stuff, the robot stuff. CP0's finally showed up to attack. Cold panel. They're right there with the animals. So, like I said, they're definitely about to encounter Zoro and Brook. So we're about to see Zoro get to kind of flex. So we might get to Zoro, or Oda might give us a little teaser of something with his development and everything that happened post Wano. So I'm excited for that. The Kuma backstory is going to go too hard. As soon as we got into Egghead out of Wano and really started talking about that, kind of start bringing it up, I started getting super invested in the Bonnie and Kuma thing. I cannot wait to see where he goes with this because there's so much mystery. And the mystery with Kuma's been built up for so long. Like, it's literally been going on since Kuma came into the story with carrying his Bible on Thriller Bark. So it seems like the schedule is 3 chapters, then break, which I don't mind. Yeah, it seems like Oda's been doing that for like a little bit now. He's been going to where he goes 3 chapters in a row. Unless we get like special things like, what do they call it in Japan? Golden Week, and around the New Year, Christmas time, where there's kind of like breaks almost back to back. And it's really weird. We get chapters real choppy. But for the most part, outside of that, for the last, I feel like year and a half, 2 years, Oda's kind of been following a pattern of releasing 3 chapters, taking a break, 3 chapters, break, 3 chapters, break kind of thing. That's what he most of the time tries to do, unless, you know, something comes up and we have holidays or something like that. What do you guys rate the chapter, though? What y'all think? Looks like Cosmic Export, y'all are still in here. What did y'all think about the chapter? Give me your ratings, favorite part of the chapter, prediction for next chapter. One prediction. Your most likely or your boldest prediction for next chapter. How's my camera keep moving? Not to get off topic, but I see some theories about Dragon possibly being Robin's dad. What do you think? That's not off topic. We can talk about anything now. The chapter's over, so you can definitely get off topic, bro. But Dragon being Robin's dad, I have talked about that theory, but not on this channel. But it was a while ago when that theory was kind of popping around, and I kind of slightly bought into it a little bit, but I it's definitely possible because how long ago was O'Hara? Robin was a little girl. Was O'Hara like oh, it was 22 years ago. So Robin was already born. Dragon was a freedom fighter at that time. It's possible. I think it's highly unlikely because we haven't really gotten any kind of hints that Luffy and Robin are any kind of related. I think that would be dope. I would love if Luffy found out that Robin was his long lost sister. And I think it would make sense for Robin's dad to be a freedom fighter, somebody who's trying to overturn the world and is basically trying to overthrow the government. They are for everything. And if that was Robin's dad, I think he would have came back to what's the island? O'Hara. I think he would have came back to O'Hara with a little bit more grief because Nico Ovia he knew was dead. I know he brought flowers, but I think that was more of just a tribute to many innocent lives thrown away for almost nothing. I think it'd be really cool, but I probably wouldn't give it too much credibility, to be honest. Why can't I see what y'all were just typing? Yo, what happened? Dang, I know you put something up there, but I can't. Let's see, refresh chat maybe. Oh, now it just completely disappeared. No. The last things y'all typed after what I just talked about, I didn't see. I know Cosmic had said something, but I didn't see it, bro. Since Luffy is also a Zoa now, I didn't see it, bro. Sorry about that. I don't know why after Export's last comment that I just talked about, it stopped refreshing my chat. So I just refreshed it. For some reason it's still not. Okay, there we go. Since we are in the final saga, how do you see characters like Arouge, Weevil fit into the story? And will they be forgotten? No, I don't think Weevil will be forgotten. I think Weevil will have his part. I just don't think it'll be as big as you gave it an 8. Okay. I just don't think it'll be as big as maybe originally thought. I do think that Weevil is Whitebeard's Seraphim. I really like that theory. Once I heard that, I was like, yeah, it's 100% positive because I think he's the prototype for his Seraphim. He has all the stitches. He says to be Whitebeard's son. He has the same, like, he's same freakish strength and everything. So maybe before they did the whole Seraphim integration and all of that, Weevil was the first like prototype of trying to clone Whitebeard. As far as Arouge, I think Arouge is going to come into the story after this arc in Elbath. I think that's going to be Arouge's arc. He's going to join Bonnie and Dr. Vegapunk and all of those on the island with the Straw Hats. And I think a lot of big names are going to be on Elbath, like I said. But I think Arouge is really going to get his time there because I think the giant tree, Yggdrasil, giant Jack or whatever, I think that's probably going to be connected to the Sky Island in some way. It's going to reach up high and connect to the Sky Island in some way. And that's how Rouge is going to get into Elbath and get entered into the story with us. I don't know really what's going to be his purpose in the story. What's he going to be trying to achieve? But I think that's how he's going to get in the story. Want to see Chopper's Rumble Balls get brought up. Yeah, I want to see Frankie Shogun Frankie get brought up. I want to see Frankie talk to him about being on his island, Baltimore, while during the time skipping scene, like being around people that Vegapunk used to know and all of that. Let's see what else I was thinking about. I want Frankie to talk to Vegapunk about this chapter. Possibly the Pluton and the blueprints and everything for that. And Yeah, I think that's about it. But I need that conversation. I kind of hate that we're getting straight into seems like the battle with CP0 already without that being brought up. But if we are going to take Dr. Vegapunk with us on the Sunny in whatever facet, then I think that's okay because we'll get those moments with Dr. Vegapunk later. Once he's on the Sunny, he'll have time to like walk around the city and be like, whoa, this is really cool. Y'all have lasers. It's run by Cola. I never would have thought of that. Or I thought of that and I just didn't find it efficient. Wow, Frankie, you're actually really smart. Stuff like that. Oh, Chopper, you have rumble balls. These are very interesting. This is similar to my devil fruit enhancement of blah, 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 and what I did here. And I think those would be really cool. I think those are coming though. If they don't come, I will probably be upset, to be honest, because I need those moments with Vegapunk. I need those connections that we built up over the story to kind of be acknowledged. I want Frankie to be acknowledged for the genius inventor that he is. Like I said, up there on par with, not on par with Vegapunk, but a person that can kind of compete with him, and at least in the aspect of building, inventing. He is elite in that field of study. Memorization apparently too, because he literally looked at the blueprints and said he memorized them. So yeah, man. This chapter's fire. I'll probably give it like what you gave it, Cosmic, an 8. There's a lot of exciting things, but with all of the things that have been happening lately, it's just been crazy with One Piece. So it's hard to give every chapter a 10. Okay. Let's see. I honestly think it's more so Kid, Blackbeard, Straw Hat arc, to be honest. You think Kid's going to be involved in the arc? I mean, he did mention the man marked by flames, so that would make sense. And maybe we'll get more on him. I feel like that should have came before Wano, though. But I guess maybe Wano's just our intro to him, and then we get a little bit more later. But I think it's going to be Kid, Blackbeard, Straw Hats, Bonnie. I don't think she's settled just on Egghead because Egghead, the way it's moving, it's going to be too fast. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think she's going to travel with them for a little bit. Bonnie, possibly Vegapunk. I don't know if he'll survive. Who else was I naming off? Possibly Shanks, because I also, like I said in that video that I was talking about earlier, I think the road poneglyph, the last load poneglyph, is located on Elbath at the top of the tree. I've been thinking that forever. It makes the most sense. I'm almost 100% about that one. So I think maybe even Shanks will be there because of his connection with the giants, the Viking, Nord mythology. I think he'll show up. Let's see. I had a couple other people that I was talking about that I think can be Big Mom. I think Big Mom's gonna make her appearance back in the story because of also the connection to Pudding, which is she's gonna be with Blackbeard. I think he's gonna show up. Pudding's gonna be there. It's gonna give Big Mom reason to further pursue and go there. Besides pursuing the Straw Hats, maybe it'll be getting her daughter back and getting revenge for Blackbeard attacking her territory, making a fool out of her crew, and kidnapping her daughter and leaving. And I think that's going to intersect nicely with that old Joy Boy theory that's been around for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Something like that. It's been around a while. A Big Mom allying with the Straw Hats in some capacity. And I think it'll be to get her daughter back. We might even get some type of Luffy and Cat team up, which would be amazing. That would be so amazing. Okay. Sorry, guys. Another tangent about Elbath. I would be so happy if it's the Atom Tree. That would make so much sense for it to be the Atom Tree or an Eve Tree or something like that. Because we've talked about the Atom Tree, but we don't know where the Atom Tree is. And for a special tree like that to make sense, it would make a lot of sense for it to be an Atom Tree. Huge tree that reaches up to the heavens that giants can live on, possibly. Yeah. Let's see. What do you think Lucci's power level at this moment? Is he commander level or like, let's say, above king or queen? He's above king and queen right now for me. just because of where he's entering the story at now. He's the leader of this group. We know Lucci, and I think Oda likes Lucci. He's a fan favorite. So I don't think Oda's going to let us down in that aspect. So I think he'll be around commander level. He'll be around like Zoro, Sanji level, somewhere in between or around them, general to them. He definitely, I don't think, can take Luffy now. Even though I don't know what's going to hold Luffy up, maybe the pacifista they have. But yeah, I'm thinking, hey, Kelvin, what up, bro? I ain't seen you in a while. I haven't gotten a live stream in a while because of work. I'm glad I'm off tonight. But I ain't seen you in a while. What's up, bro? Yeah, that's what I'd probably say. Sanji level. I think Sanji could probably take him if he had to. But I think he's going to clash with Zoro. Zoro, I think, is just a level slightly above him. But I do think Lucci's made some progression over the time skip with his Devil Fruit, with his hockey use, and maybe even with the Soru or whatever, the y'all know, finger pistol and all of those. Let's see. Frankie said he couldn't make sense of most of the things Kid Vegapunk was working on, so I don't think he's anywhere near that level. So, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think he's, like I said, as far as like the field of maybe inventing weapons, ships, and stuff. I think Frankie can be somewhat considered close-ish to that level, simply because he can comprehend what Vegapunk was doing. And like Vegapunk was even impressed that he had lasers and had kind of perfected the laser thing. So I think as far as inventing and grasping things, as far as invention, he is actually close to that level. Because when you can surprise someone like Vegapunk with an invention you have, and when you can just take blueprints, old blueprints at that, from Dr. Vegapunk and decipher them literally on your own and integrate them into your body by yourself, I think you have to be somewhat on that level of Dr. At least to be able to understand and decipher all of that. Because Dr. Vegapunk or no one on his level was on that island telling Frankie, oh, this is what this means. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. No, Frankie had, I'm sure those blueprints were like freaking ancient Egyptian text or something, basically, if most people would look at them. So for Frankie to be able to decipher them like he had a Rosetta Stone or something, that's super impressive to me. Let's see. That's his territory after all. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Shanks. That Shanks definitely is gonna be there. Same here, bro. Nice to catch up. Kaku versus Brook will be somewhat interesting matchup. You think that's what we're getting? I mean, swordsman versus swordsman would be pretty fire. We're definitely not getting a Kaku Zoro matchup because Zoro just that guy now. He's just too far above Kaku in my opinion. Like I said, that'll be a Lucci clash. Lucci, Zoro, Brook. But they have other people with them. They have Stussy and some other people in the background that I don't know who they are. But they all have masks. So Oda has always emphasized that the masked members of CP0 are particularly strong. These chapters been lore dump that I live for. Yeah, that's literally, y'all know by now. I'm sure everybody but Export, you're new to my live stream, but Kelvin, Cosmic, y'all been around. Y'all should kind of know me by now. Y'all know I live for the One Piece lore. It's my favorite part. I could give a rat's ass about the fights in One Piece. I really don't care. I don't read fight or One Piece for fights. Although I love fights. I mean, that's why I read shonen and stuff. But I like other genres of anime and manga too. I read basically anything as long as it's good. So yeah, that's lore piece for sure. Yeah, lore piece is phenomenal. This is why I've been reading this series, watching the series since I was early in high school. It's crazy to think I've been over. I know One Piece is like 20 some years to say, but to say I've been reading it for over like 12, maybe like, yeah, over like 12 years now. And I know, like, in comparison to some people who's been reading it and stuff since 2000 or 2005 or something like that, that might not be as impressive. But when I think about it, man, One Piece has been in my life that long. It's kind of crazy. The robot attacking Marijois when fishmen were acknowledged is interesting. Exactly. Um, were they even acknowledged though? Because what do you mean by acknowledged? Are you saying acknowledged like the thing with Queen Otahime and like getting them a seat at the Reverie kind of acknowledgement? Or are you saying like acknowledged just as a people? Because were they acknowledged back then? We just know that they were fighting for their rights back then. I don't know if they necessarily got their rights until Queen Otahime basically was Martin Luther King and almost sacrificed herself, got shot for her actions of trying to promote that goodness. They were seen only as fish. So 200 years ago is when people started to kind of value them, is what you're saying? The idea of One Piece ending at some point, I ain't gonna be looking forward to it. Hey man, I don't even want to lie. I want to know the ending of One Piece and everything must end. But sheesh, man. I can't imagine not having this story, this weekly adventure, this weekly thing to look forward to. I'm gonna cry my eyes out, bro. I'm gonna cry my eyes out. Just thinking about One Piece ending makes me emotional. Um, I'm sure the last chapter or the chapters leading up to the last chapter are gonna be freaking amazing too. I can see myself crying multiple times throughout. Like, I don't like cry or stuff like that, but good stories that'll bring it out of me. And One Piece is definitely that. But yeah, man, let's see. Hachi said so. Okay, so it was back on Fishman Island or whatever when we were on there. Hachi revealed that. Okay, see, man, that's why I like live streaming. When you join in, Kelvin, I swear you're my encyclopedia of knowledge, One Piece knowledge. The anime onlys are like super screwed as soon as Laugh Tale arc is started. Yeah, I feel bad. Like, that's why Oda released that thing earlier this year or late last year where he's basically telling everybody it's time to get into One Piece now. Like, now is the time to read One Piece. Because if you don't, you're going to be spoiled. What's the point of watching the anime? I know you want to see it. If you don't care about spoilers, that's cool. But if you've been on this journey for this long, I even feel bad for manga readers because I know I'm going to have to like ridiculously duck and dodge to avoid One Piece spoilers. Like, I'm literally not going to be able to get on Twitter or any social media for probably 2-3 weeks leading up to the last One Piece chapter. Or like the last Laugh Tale arc in general. You might as well just stay off Twitter if you care about spoilers. It's gonna be ridiculous. Spoilers are crazy. And it's cool because like I normally don't necessarily care about spoilers. I used to read spoilers every week and it became kind of like an addiction or so. It became like reading. It's like you just look forward to the spoilers coming out. But then I stopped because I thought it was kind of stunting my experience of it. I've never been a person who really cares and just like, oh, it's gonna ruin if it's spoiled. It's gonna ruin the whole story for me. I don't really care. But for reading weekly and stuff, I noticed that it did somewhat ruin my experience a little bit. I wasn't as surprised with it. And with me doing my live reactions and stuff, I definitely can't read ahead. I like reading and being surprised with it. Jinbei be like, nah, that's bullshit. Twitter finna pop off when that day comes. Yeah, no. Twitter, like Laugh Tale arc, Twitter's gonna be insane, man. from the people bashing One Piece, from the people overly glorifying One Piece, from the people throwing spoilers out there. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be fights, it's gonna be joy and people coming together, love. Just know that at that time, we might have a ridiculous amount of new people joining the One Piece community because we'll be on the last arc. People will be like, okay, I can finally catch up now, and they'll see everybody else talking about it. So we'll probably be having a lot of new people joining the One Piece community. So I just want to say, embrace those people, guys. Don't be acting stuck up, snobbish. Embrace them to our community. Teach them how to be a good One Piece fan. Not any toxicity in there. Lead by example. And man, I just can't wait for the end of One Piece. I can wait for the end of One Piece. I can't wait to find out the mysteries behind everything, which means I have to get to the end of One Piece. Lucci Bird having the mask is pure comedy. Bro, I was talking about that in the freaking... It's comedy, but it's cold. It's so cold, Kelvin. Like, Hattori might be the coldest person thing in that panel. Like, he dripped out, bro, with the blazer drip, the coat dripped over the shoulders, the loose necktie, the top hat, bro. Hattori with the matching Lucci mask. It's cold. I can't even cap. That's cold. Man, I've always kind of wondered about the purpose of Hattori. I don't know if he'll ever get a real legit purpose, but man, that makes me feel like he really is a real person or something bigger than just a pigeon on Lucci's shoulders. The man literally dripped out. They gave that man a mask, or they gave that bird a mask. A mask. Like that bird need to be disguised. What's the reason for disguising the pigeon? Like he don't look like every other pigeon in the world. Whatever the One Piece is, I feel like you're gonna get the people who aren't satisfied, which is gonna be corny. But hey, it is. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what the One Piece is. The One Piece could be one of the best reveals, if not the best reveal in anime, manga history, in series history. But of course, you're always gonna have those people who hate, or those people who genuinely just don't like it. They're not even hating, they just genuinely don't like it. And that's okay. Everybody's not gonna like the same thing. What Oda does with the ending might work for me, but it might not work for either of y'all. That's just how storytelling, that's just what it is to be human. We don't like all of the same things, and all of the same things don't get us going. I would hope that it's not ridiculous, though. I hope people aren't just out there wilding, because I know we're most likely gonna be disappointed with the ending of One Piece. I just want to be real with y'all. I want y'all to prepare yourself, because how do you pay off 30 plus, probably gonna be at the end at that time? How do you pay off 30 plus years of buildup, of anticipation, of literally everybody trying to guess what the One Piece is, everybody taking their crack at what the One Piece is? How do you impress everybody after having that kind of buildup? It's almost impossible. I don't care. Like I said, he could come out with the perfect ending, and most people will enjoy it. Most One Piece fans won't complain. They'll enjoy it because Oda's a good writer, and I trust him to be able to execute that ending. But I'm just saying, it's not going to be as good as what y'all think. A lot of people are going to be disappointed. Oda making Zoro stay on the ship to flex against CP0 is going to be peak. I know, right? I wish it was Sanji. Or I wish Sanji and Zoro stayed back so we could get Sanji and Zoro basically... Bro, ooh, that would have been so cold. Oda, why? I guess Sanji's gonna have a bigger purpose with protecting the crew in the Vegapunk lab. But oh my god, he missed an amazing opportunity to have both Sanji Zoro teaming up, genuinely teaming up and flexing their new powers and everything by just basically wiping most of the CP0 by themselves, except for maybe Lucci, Kaku, and Stussy. Oh my god, that would have been amazing. CP0 with the mask is elite fighters. Site Oda, Pigeon Commander tier. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I'm excited that Lucci and Kaku and the rest of them all had on their mask, proving that they are elite because we haven't seen them in mask yet. So people were kind of questioning whether Lucci was a part of that elite group or was he just a part of CP0 like Blue Noah and Khalifa, but weren't exactly mask members. But Hatsuri is a masked member. God, oh, that got me so hyped. That's why I'm thinking Hatsuri has more to him now than originally what we were kind of thinking and what we've been led on to. Because literally, why mask the pigeon? Why we masking pigeon? Besides Oda liking dripping the pigeon out, everybody else got their mask and drip on. And then you have the pigeon here with no mask or drip on. So you just want to make it symmetrical in a way. But man, oh yeah, I wonder if Tashigi and Smoker will be in this arc. I said at the beginning of this arc, Smoker should 100% be on this arc if he's not already on Egghead, because Tashigi and Troll, yeah, Oda Troll got it. But hey, watch Hatsuri top 5. Hatsuri be bitch slapping Lucci. He just didn't want to get involved pre-time skip because he was disappointed in Lucci not being able to beat Luffy. He thought he could handle it. Luffy was too weak for him, so he just let Lucci handle it on his own, which was a mistake. Vegapunk gonna end up leaving the island. Yeah, that's what it looks like. With the Straw Hats or without them? Most likely with them. It would make sense for him to transition into Elbath, especially now that we know about Saul and him basically recreating the library of Ohara on Elbath, which would make a lot of sense. Honestly, now I'm kind of thinking about it too, because they burned down the Tree of Knowledge. Saul takes all of that knowledge back to Elbath, and with whatever the big giant tree, Giant Jack, the Atom Tree, Yggdrasil, whatever Oda ends up calling it, and he makes that into the new Tree of Knowledge. Or he's made that into the new Tree of Knowledge by storing those books and the vast information that they collected in the Library of Ohara in that tree, or a section of that tree. So that would make a lot of sense. You don't think Vegapunk's going it? Oh, that's what you said. Not. Huh. So, does he die? Because I don't see any proposition in him telling Dragon that he's going to die soon, or Oda really putting that in the story. If he's not either going to die, he's not going to execute that death, or he's not going to go with the Straw Hats and be saved by them. So he's either going to die on this island, or he's going with the Straw Hats. Or both. His clones, one of his clones, or his clones may travel with the Straw Hats, and the rest of them die. Or one of them dies, and the rest of them don't die. So, next arc, gonna be a rescue mission. Oda conveniently knocks out Bonnie. So you think they're gonna who do you think we're about to rescue? Vegapunk? And where are we gonna be rescuing him from? Because if it's like a whole nother island, a rescue mission sounds a bit long. Or I feel like the linear kind of route Oda's trying to take right now. I feel like he's trying to just smooth everything into one like big path right now. So although a rescue mission would be ridiculously dope, I don't know if that would maybe add too much time to the story. Because a rescue mission sounds kind of like a whole cake island repeat almost. And it would probably have to go at least 40 chapters, 40, 50 chapters. Without Vegapunk telling her nothing but about Kuma. So do you think you don't think Kuma's gonna make it to the island? I mean, he has to go against water and everything else, so he probably won't make it to the island. Hmm. So are you saying Vegapunk gets kidnapped by the CP0 members, or do you think someone like Blackbeard comes into play and somehow gets Vegapunk? And maybe him getting Vegapunk then leads us to him going to Elbath to capture or to secure the last road poneglyph, to then go to Elbath, and we follow him there, and it all just kind of works out, and we end up clashing with him, like I was saying earlier, because they one go get Vegapunk, two find they may not even know the low poneglyph's there, but they end up finding it after they go try to rescue Vegapunk. Um, Yeah, so it just depends on how. I could see maybe a rescue mission, but it would have to be concise. I don't see them doing a whole repeat of Whole Cake, and Whole Cake's like 60 chapters or something like that. So I don't see them doing a whole repeat of Whole Cake and going in for a rescue mission. Not if they can handle CP0 and the Vegapunk stuff here. But we shall see. You never know what Oda's gonna do. We shall see. I like the reference with the Apple signal thing on his head to Isaac Newton and the laws of gravity and such like that. He's based off Einstein, as everyone knows and can see. So I like Dr. Vegapunk's design, to be honest. That's what I would expect Dr. Vegapunk to look like in the One Piece world. He looks exactly like I originally thought he would look, to be honest. And he looks honestly more like what I thought he would look like without his giant head. This looks like a Dr. Vegapunk that I was picturing. The giant head makes a lot of sense, and with the brain fruit and all of that, storing limitless knowledge, kind of like a Pinocchio thing. The more knowledge you have, the more your head grows. I think that's actually old like wives' tale or something too, or like a moral of a story. Y'all know, I forgot what those things are called, where you learn morals. Tale, folk tale or something? No. I don't know why, but I wouldn't be shocked if Cross Guild might go in El Path. I forgot about Cross Guild. Like, I literally forgot all about Cross Guild the past 3-4 weeks since the last time they were mentioned. That would, I can definitely see. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even see you had said something, Kelvin. Vegapunk can, okay, CP0 members, but Lucci might go against the government with Oda pacing. Yeah, I could see Lucci maybe going against the government because they did him dirty and he ran away from them. He was running away from them for the longest. So I could see him maybe double crossing them. But yeah, Oda's pacing is ridiculous right now. It's pretty fast. We're like, what is this? What is this? 1067. We started ACAD probably like 1059 or so in that area, 1060 ish. 7 chapters in, which we said this was gonna be a quick arc from the beginning, so that makes sense. But CP0 is already here. I don't see this arc going over more than like 15 to 20 at the max more chapters. I just don't see it. But yeah, Cross Guild would be an excellent moment to kind of really bring them into the story. Just because when else are you really going to give them a significant moment in the story with the way Oda's pacing things now? At most, we have 3 arcs left after this. Because the final arc, I don't know if Laugh Tale is going to be bundled into the final arc or Marriage War or whatever. But the final arc is going to be relatively long. It's not going to be Wano long because it's just way too long. Oda wouldn't meet his deadline, but it's gonna be probably like a whole cake island type of long. So you got that one, which will take a couple years, few years, couple. I'll give it a couple years. And if you have Elbath, I think it'll be a decent size. So that's a few years too. That's already 5 years. So other arcs would have to be small to, even if like they're like 50, 60 chapters, that's still like a year, like 2 years, approaching 2 years time. So that's 4 years on just those two arcs. And if you have smaller arcs in there like this one, it's not done yet. We're going to go, like I said, another 15, 20 weeks on this easily. So let's see. Lucci was questioning the tragedy of Lelouchia. Yeah, he was. And Kaku said, hey, yo, bro, shut the fuck up. You talking too much, homie. Oh, you trying to get us off too? Don't you see we about to go attack Dr. Vegapunk right now? You trying to get us off? That's the reason we're eliminating him, man. Come on. So, yeah, I want to spend more time with these Vegapunks. I would find it weird if all of them escaped with the, like, I could see the original Dr. Vegapunk, the one we just met, dying, they killing him, and we getting the rest of them, and they're just a congregation that make up the whole Vegapunk for us in a way. But if Egghead gets destroyed or confiscated or whatever, then his brain there wouldn't be able to even control these Vegapunks. So that wouldn't really even make sense. But I feel like we haven't been around these Vegapunks or learned enough, experienced them quite enough. Even though their personalities seem kind of linear and there's probably not too much we can really learn about them. They're just fun on the surface more so. But I would have liked to kind of get to spend more time with them. They're kind of fun. Hope Frankie implants a piece of Vega's brain in him. Ooh, that's definitely possible. Would that end up... How would that work, though? Because I don't know if they necessarily have any of his brain in them. It seems like it's more of the fact that they have like a signal, like they have a satellite receiving beam or like signal rod or something in their head or wherever on their body that's picking up the signals from the like cloud, the Vega cloud, which is Vegapunk's brain. Like the Vegapunk we see here with the apple on antenna or whatever, they all have that. And they don't necessarily have a brain in their head. They're just receiving the brain's commands through the cloud, through the signal, basically. And Vegapunk basically lives as the real Vegapunk, which is now simply just a brain, is inside of a hub, basically, and doesn't have a real body. He just uses these bodies, these clone satellites, as his bodies. Yeah, his brain is Punk Records. So he's a whole cloud. So I don't know what implanting his brain. I mean, could you take a piece? I guess he knows how to take a piece of his brain, but would that cause personality issues for Frankie? He could assess it. Yeah, that would make sense for maybe Frankie being like maybe putting a receiver on his head or Vegapunk giving him some type of receiver to where he can access the knowledge of Dr. Vegapunk, the limitless knowledge of Dr. Vegapunk. Essentially almost giving him Dr. Vegapunk's devil fruit without Frankie actually having to eat the devil fruit. So yeah, I could definitely see that. Either him going through the cloud files to learn more stuff, or I would like I just said, him simply getting a receiver and being able to receive like thoughts and ideas and all of that from the Vegapunk cloud, from the Vega cloud. And that would be the best way, I think, because you wouldn't have to implant Dr. Vegapunk to where I would question whether he would influence Frankie's personality, but you could have Vegapunk also be friends with Frankie because they can communicate in their head, kind of in a way, because he's in the cloud. So they get to be friends. He increases his knowledge. can invent more, all of that. So I think that would be really cool if Frankie just kind of became somewhat of a satellite. Somewhat of a satellite. I use that loosely, not like the other Vegapunks, but kind of connected to the cloud in a way. Let's see. The thing that houses Punk Records is ridiculously huge, though. He said he was the size of giants, though, so he had to be tall. Like 20 years ago, he wasn't quite that size yet. His head wasn't the size of a giant. So that's, oh my god, how do you carry around a head like that? His neck, does he have a neck? So that man neck, he barely has a neck. That man neck got to be like tree trunk kind of strength. You know what's crazy? We got all the crazy lore and we have yet to find out about Devil Fruit's secrets. There's a chance we might get it still. We definitely have to get it here. This is the best place. This is the guy who's researched Devil Fruit seemingly his whole life. The foremost intellect on Devil Fruits right now, or just maybe ever. He's successfully replicated Devil Fruits, Kaido's fruit at that. Literally, the only thing that was wrong was it was pink, and that was years ago. So he might be even better now. He might be perfected. Seems like Vegapunk just does a lot of things, though, and they are successful, but they're not exactly what he is envisioning. So he deems most of his inventions as failures. But they're still really good inventions compared to what everybody else is doing and all of that. But to him, because they're not perfect, he's a perfectionist, they're failures. So his island looks like it's just filled with a bunch of his failures. Frankie needs an upgrade. I will take anything. Frankie's is the easiest person to upgrade. It'd be cool. Does he? Well, he already kind of has. What would you upgrade? Okay, guy. Export, Kelvin. What would y'all upgrade Frankie with if you could upgrade Frankie with anything? Because he has laser beams. He can shoot laser beams, nipple lights, fly as fuck, nipple lights. He has his Shogun Frankie has the V sword, which is like basically like the light sword Bonnie was using as a laser beam sword, lightsaber. Let's see, he can freaking strong right and weapons left or whatever. So shoot bullets and all of that out of his arms, and he's made out of metal. What else could he really do besides maybe trying to splice his body with Lunarian DNA too to get? Yeah, see, I was thinking of the light sword. That'd be really cool, but isn't the V sword from Shogun Frankie a light sword? Am I wrong about that? I think I remember it being a light sword. Maybe not exactly like this lightsaber that we have in this right now in this arc, but it's a type of light sword. Let me look that up. V sword. One Piece, Frankie. I think it's called the V sword, or the attack is called V something. But yeah, I don't remember if it's a real sword. I felt like it was a sword of light, though. If I'm not mistaken. Where is it? Yeah, General or Sorry No V Flash. Actually, it looks like a real sword, like an actual physical sword in this picture. One of these pictures. I think that's the V sword. But it lights up and flashes and stuff. No, that's a light sword, I'm pretty sure. And this picture looks like a light sword. Okay. Let's see. Update Sunny. Yeah, we can update Sunny. I always love when the ship gets an update and we get to kind of tour the ship and see all of the new stuff that they added, the new luxuries, because the Straw Hats came from nothing. Luffy started in a barrel. We went from a barrel to a raft to like a smaller ship to the Mary to the Sunny, constantly upgrading. So I love when that's one of my favorite parts along with Lore Piece. I love bounty reveals at the end of arcs. And I love ship tours when we're just chilling on the ship, having fun. I love that. Let's see. Those Vegapunk gloves that counter light can be useful, even though I don't see him fighting Kizaru. I feel like that's for Sanji, to be honest. Yeah, those could be useful to Frankie. Be able to grab light, but yeah, I don't see him fighting Kizaru. Frankie's really strong. Frankie's hella underrated. People try to slander Frankie. I won't stand for any of it because Frankie is ridiculously underrated. Frankie easily took down Sasaki. Literally, it goes Kaido, King. If you want to include Yamato, probably Kaido, Yamato, King, Queen, Jack, who's who, Sasaki. So Sasaki was the second ranked Toby Roppo from what we were led to believe. So, and Frankie didn't get a scratch. Shogun Frankie got damaged, but Frankie himself did not get a scratch. So to be able to take somebody down like that, Frankie's strong, man. People sleep on Frankie. Frankie's right there behind Jinbei now on the Straw Hat list. And he was right there behind Sanji before. He is that guy outside of he's the strongest of outside of what we consider the fighter group. Who is this? How do I block stuff like that? What? I've never had something like this on my streams or on my video, yeah, but not my streams. Obviously, y'all know to stay away from that. You know you made it when you got those scum bots. Hey, if that's a sign of making it a little bit, hey, scum bots, appreciate y'all. But yeah, we got a lot. We've been doing a lot of growing over here. I'm proud of where we are right now. Hopefully we can do a lot more growing. So put my name out there, guys. If y'all enjoy watching my content, enjoy my live streams, enjoy chilling with me, and share the stream, share some videos. Hopefully we can grow out here. Master Anime. Okay. New. What up, man? Man, woman. Like I said, I always say man. I always use male terms like dude and bro, even with my mom. So sorry about that. If you are a female. But appreciate you joining. What did you think about the chapter, my guy, my girl? What would you rate the chapter? What are you most looking forward to? Let me know your opinion. And oh, you're from Twitch too. You're a boy. Thanks for verifying that, because I hate when I kind of put that up in the air and people just kind of leave it hanging. They don't answer me. They're just like, yeah, okay, it's cool. And I'm still like, yeah, man. And I say, man, and I'm like, woman, because you want to be inclusive. Whatever your pronoun is. You're not caught up with One Piece? Okay. We're not talking about I'm not talking about spoilers right now, so you're good. Export subscribe, is that on Twitch? Not sure. Appreciate y'all subscribing on my Twitch. This is where I live stream the chapters. So but it's also on YouTube, and that's where all my anime, One Piece, Blue Lock, Eden Zero, all of that related content is. So go over there and follow me, Master Anime. If you don't know me on YouTube, if you're interested, go ahead and follow me over there on YouTube at Sherlok D Homeboy over there. Sherlok, no C, never C. We Sherlok with only a K over here. So yeah, look me up if you're interested. You enjoy the live stream, interested in my other content, then check it out over there. Leave me a like, comment, join the family. We always love people joining the family. Man, it's beautiful. Just thinking of where we were 3 months ago, hopping on, because that's where I started, just hopping on a live stream, uploaded it, seeing the people who came through then, and then seeing people now consistently come through, join up, talk to me about the chapter, and it's beautiful. Really, it's a beautiful feeling, and I appreciate all of y'all supporting me so much. It means the world to me. I hope y'all are enjoying the content. Always let me know what I can do to increase or better increase the quality of the content. Things that y'all want me to react to or read or stuff like that. I'm always open to taking suggestions. But yeah, I just really appreciate everything, all the growing that we've been doing over here. So it's only up for here, guys. Y'all are the first of the groups. We're gonna make it one day. We're gonna get up there bigger someday. I don't know what you would consider big on YouTube, but we're gonna get up there. And of course, I'll always remember my first group of people. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, let's see. Liking the vibes. Will love to hopefully hop in on more streams, man. Yeah. Every I wouldn't say every Thursday. Definitely if it releases early like it did today, I can release every Thursday because I work night shift. So, but when it releases on at 10 at night for me on Thursdays, a lot of Thursdays I do work at night. It just depends on the week. So I have been missing the live stream on Thursday night when it first comes out. But I do post it up on Friday. I still do it, whether that's just recording myself live streaming and then posting it as a video, like, or recording myself live reacting and then posting as a video later, or whether that be to live stream. I've been kind of experimenting on if I do it on Friday, whether people are able to join the live stream or when they would like me, what time they'd like me to do the live stream, and all of that. And I've been kind of trying to get people's opinion on the community posts and everything, seeing which ones they like better. So I know what to do when I can't exactly live stream on Thursday night, what people just enjoy best, what will get the most viewers, what people will most enjoy. So let's always throw that opinion out there. What would y'all rather prefer? But I always like the live streaming because you never know how long it's gonna go. Because I've sit on here and talked for like over 3 hours with people. So it's really fun. I like meeting new people. Like Export joined in and we're now having really good conversation. Really enjoying discussing One Piece with you, man. Master Anime hopping in, not even caught up with One Piece, but hopping in and supporting. So I really enjoy that. In chat, could you write your YouTube channel? Yeah, gotcha. Let me move over here. Sherlok. I could honestly just put a link. Hold on, I'll just link it to you. I think I have it saved under copy. Will it not let me copy and paste? Let me see. All right, channel, copy. Okay, nah, they won't let me copy and paste. Oh, let me try the Control B. Yeah, there we go. Chat, there you go, direct link. Make it easy on you. People like links. They don't have to go looking for things. They can just straight click on it and go straight there. But I appreciate you if you do give me a follow. I appreciate you. I hope you do enjoy the content. Because that's the main. I hope you enjoy the content. Don't follow me just to follow me. I hope you enjoy what I do, the content that I give to y'all, because I definitely enjoy putting that content out there. And I love seeing people's reactions, their comment. Love when people comment. Not a lot of people always comment. People will watch videos and just go about their business. But I love when people leave comments, likes. That's always really appreciated because you can go back through my comments with people, and I really put a lot of thought and effort to my comments. I feel like I really discuss in my comments. I feel like it's not just like some cheap like thanks for watching, like 1 or 2 words type thing. I be typing like a paragraph sometimes. So if you don't like that, sorry about that. I just really like discussing things I'm passionate about with people who are also passionate about it. Let's see. The reason I haven't caught up with One Piece is because I'm watching. Hey, Master Anime, you my guy. You like Black Clover? Hey, look, let me turn this. I got 2 pictures, but you can't really see. You see that little cute guy right there? That's my little boy right there. That's my little man. His name is Asta. So named after Black Clover character. I love Black Clover. Can't wait till the anime comes back. I'm enjoying the manga reading every week. It's been fire lately. But yeah, shout out to my boy Asta. He's probably about to come up to the door because he hears me calling his name. But yeah, I love Black Clover. So you found you one. You found a mutual Black Clover fan. I don't live react to Black Clover. I mean, I would be down to live reacting to Black Clover. Nobody's just really ever showed interest or really asked me to. So it's just I can't live react to everything or review everything. So One Piece is what I started with. Really enjoy Eden Zero, so branched out to there. If you want to read a good manga, read Eden Zero. That'll be my recommendation. You might not even been looking for a recommendation, but if you are looking for something to read, Eden Zero. It's only 216 chapters. It's phenomenal. It reminds me a lot of One Piece and has a lot of the qualities that I love about One Piece. Excellent art, excellent writing, excellent power system. Fighting scenes are clear, crisp, clean. So yeah, man, I'll just put that recommendation out there for any of y'all who are interested in just a good manga series. Or a really, really good manga series. It's on par with One Piece a lot of the weeks recently. It's not One Piece yet, but it's on par some weeks. Asta reminds me of Luffy. Yeah, Asta reminds me a little bit of Luffy too. Asta reminds me of Luffy, like mostly on the surface, but I feel like Asta has a little bit more good in him. Like I feel like Asta's a little bit more genuinely nice, I guess, and cares about other people, whereas Luffy mostly cares about himself. Luffy's a little bit more selfish in that aspect. Um, yeah, he cares about his friends, but yeah, mostly himself. Break week is def a good time to check out some new stuff. Yeah, break week is that time. So, like I said, export, check out Eden Zero. Give it a little read. Check out a few arcs. It's good from the start for me. The first chapter is phenomenal. It really got me invested because I remember I first checked it out just because I was like, wow, these characters kind of really look like fairy tale characters. Like, what's going on? So I went to read it, kind of not expecting too much from it, but the first chapter was amazing. I took a break from it. I read a few chapters, then took a break from it just because I had to go on my phone's internet and pull it up instead of like easily pulling it up through an app or something. At that time. So took it off. I think I came back to start reading it at like chapter 30 or something. And I've been kind of with it since. So really good. It's a really good series. Black Clover, Blue Lock, Eden Zero. I need to catch up to Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen in like 20 some 30 chapters. It was when Yuta was fighting the lady that could turn her body into atmosphere or something, and the Kuwabara looking cannon head guy. But I heard Jujutsu Kaisen been going kind of dummy. I haven't read My Hero since this new war and stuff kind of really kicked off. I need to catch up to that. Blue Lock I keep up with every week. Kingdom is a personal favorite series of mine. If y'all ever have time, it's a bit longer of a series. I think it's on like chapter 700 and something, but it's 100% worth it. 100% worth it easily, because that's a series that I'll actually rate above One Piece sometimes. Easily above One Piece sometimes. When I was binging and reading that, and just even weekly reading, I would tell my wife, and it's hard for me to put things above One Piece because I love One Piece so much. It means so much to me. And there's very few stories that are literally realistically on the par of One Piece. But Kingdom is definitely one of those stories, and at some points better than One Piece. So that's another recommendation. That one is the recommendation I would recommend highest, to be honest. Kingdom, If you don't want to read quite as many chapters as Kingdom, then Eden Zero. Have you watched Akame Got Killed? Yeah, I watched Akame Got Killed. I've watched a lot of anime. I've actually, yesterday, me and my wife, we sat down and we started. I would go on my anime list and kind of look around, but I finally made a my anime list account to where I could finally organize all of the manga and anime I have read or watched over the years, because some of them I've definitely forgotten. So I'm in the process of that, but I've watched and read probably quite a bit more watched than read. Been on anime since I was like really on anime since like ninth grade or something like that. Started manga way back in middle school reading Rave Masters. So yeah, Kame Got Killed. Are you watching that right now though, Master Anime? Kame Got Killed started out good. I haven't read the manga if there's a manga. I'm just strictly speaking from my opinion of the anime. Started out good. Middle started getting kind of wonky. Ending was pretty disappointing. I was about to say shitty, but it was just disappointing for me. It wasn't that for me, to be honest. Um what did you think of it, Master Anime? It was not my cup of tea. It had a lot of promise starting out though. A lot of promise. And I think I saw export. You said something, didn't you, about Hunter x Hunter? But I don't see it anymore. Wait, where'd that? I swear you saw something about Hunter x Hunter. This chat don't be popping up everything always. It's so weird. Well, I know you said you're currently catching up or something with Hunter x Hunter export. I've watched all of the anime. I can't will myself to actually watch or to read the manga because Tagashi is not dependable. And I don't want to be sitting there with a story that feels incomplete and something that I get to read once a year. And I know that he's coming back and continuously releasing for a few volumes, some volumes, so that's good. But maybe if it can get to a point to where I feel like he'll actually end the story, but I don't think he has it in him to where he will actually end the story or be able to end the story. And I'm a person who loves Togashi. I love Togashi, guys. Yu Yu Hakusho was one of the first anime I ever saw on TV. It's one of the things that got me into anime way back when I was a little kid. Probably shouldn't have been watching Yu Yu Hakusho, but I was up at 10 p.m. watching Yu Yu Hakusho on Adult Swim or whatever it was called back then on Cartoon Network. And man, Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the reasons I'm into anime. Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha. Those are two greats. Two of my, definitely in my top 10. They have to be. I don't care what I have to kick out to fit them. They have too much nostalgia. It's not even nostalgia. They're just that damn good. Both of them are ridiculously good series. And Togashi even did that with the ending of the Yu Yu Hakusho. Such a good, iconic series. And the ending was kind of just rushed. He basically said, I'm tired of writing this. I'm just gonna end it here, kind of thing. And I don't think Hunter x Hunter is gonna get an ending. I mean, it's good regardless, but knowing that, I just can't will myself to go read that. I'd rather go read something that's finished. And I feel like the anime left me off with a good enough spot that I'm okay with it. And I heard Gon and Killua aren't necessarily even in Hunter x Hunter anymore, really. So I'm okay with where I left off, I'll say. I won't write it off for future reads. Definitely. Like I said, I love Togashi. I love Hunter x Hunter. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. My wife loves his wife, the creator of Sailor Moon. So we love them and their family. I know he has health issues, and I'm okay with that. Like, don't write if you can't write. If it's too much of a burden on you, this is your life. You live it how you want. But I just can't get invested in a series that I don't think is ever going to finish. So yeah. But yeah, been thinking about Because somebody asked me under one of my other videos to maybe do a video of like what I'm currently watching, reading, and also like manga recommendations. And I was thinking about doing that one with Kaylee, my wife. So let me know if y'all would be interested in that. How deep are y'all into anime, manga? Are y'all season vets? And y'all more new into it? Watch some shows. You fairly experienced now, but maybe not that seasoned vet. What would y'all say y'all's level is? Because I want to make a video that kind of caters to all levels. But yeah, that's part of the reason we started making that list on my anime list, because I was like, a lot of these shows I watched a while ago, or they're overlapping in my head because I would watch them back to back to back. So I was like, I just need to put together all of these shows in the list, see what I've watched. And we talked about literally rewatching everything that we've already watched. Of course, starting with the shorter shows. I don't know if I'll rewatch One Piece right now because that'll take literally all of my watching time. I don't know about Bleach and longer shows like that. They can be saved for like an ending rewatch. Because I mean, I don't really need to rewatch One Piece to really keep my mind focused on how it works, because I'm big into One Piece. Same with the like a few of those others, but like 24 episode shows, 12 episode shows that I watched years ago. We're gonna redo those, rewatch those, and see if our current rankings hold up with our what we had ranked it before, or see if our new rankings hold up with what we rank it now. And so, let's see. Have you watched Full Time Magister? Oh no, you got me with that one. Let's see. Is that a current one airing this season, or is that a show that aired in another season? Full Time Magister. Oh no, I haven't. When did this come out? 2016, so it's been out. What was it about? This kind of sounds similar to another show, like Magical Warfare, or it's another show that's kind of similar to that. Is she in a wheelchair? Yeah, it kind of sounds like Magical Warfare mixed with Chrome Shelled Regios or whatever it was called. I haven't watched that in a while too. Magic related. Is it good? Would you recommend it being a watch for me? I'm all, especially like, there's not a lot of shows I've never heard of. There's shows that I haven't watched just because I don't want to watch them, or there's other shows I want to watch above them. But I've never heard of this show, so I'm definitely interested in watching it. Yes, nice recommendation. Love recommendations, man. Any other recommendations you got? I'll make a little list. Where's my make a little list? See the trailer. Yeah, I'll look up the trailer. Do I have a pen? Wow. There we go. Pen. Magic. Full Time Magister. Nice. Yep. Any other any other recommendations, bro? I'll let you know what like I said, I'll watch it. Let you know what I think of it. If you think it's good, I'm sure it can't be bad. Where are you currently in One Piece? Are you caught up with the anime at all, or are you still working on that too? Have you watched any of the anime? Nice. Wow, we got a couple more subs. Appreciate you, Export. Shout out, bro. Shout out to Export. And I'm guessing the other one was you, Master Anime, but you have your subs private, so it didn't give me an alert. But appreciate y'all so much. So much. So much. Like I said, only up from here, guys. But yeah, I'll probably put like a poll up or something later just to see if people would be interested in me just sometimes. Like I said, sometimes I just want to come on here and discuss anime, what's going on currently, maybe latest episode of something, and just talk to some of my subs. And like I said, I view my subs like family. So just want to get on here and talk to them, talk about what's going on, see what people are liking, get my recommendations, my thoughts and opinions on things going on. So yeah, if anybody's interested in basically me live streaming occasionally, maybe once a week, or just when I feel like it, I'll just let y'all know in the community or something, hopping on and live streaming and just chatting with y'all. If y'all are interested, nobody's gonna show up, then and I'm just gonna be in the live stream chilling, talking to myself, then yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. But yeah. Export, I just saw you said something again, but it's bro, what is up with this chat? Let's see. What are you coming from YouTube? I don't know why Streamlabs is weird with my YouTube chat sometimes. It doesn't show up everything from YouTube, which is honestly a problem because that's where my most of my channel is on YouTube. Okay, I just went on my okay, I see what you said now. Bro, yeah, you've said a couple things that did not show up on this app. My bad. I'm not ignoring you, bro. Let's see where you said there's the Hunter x Hunter thing, catching up with Hunter x Hunter at the moment. I don't know if it's me, but a lot of the recent shonen have been kind of fumbling the endings on for their own shows. Not gonna lie, that's yep. A lot of the newer shonen, and I think it's because there's definitely a formula now to what they do to make shonen. I think they're kind of maybe growing out of that formula and starting to finally branch off. But over the years with the One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, DBZ, during their golden ages, there definitely was a formula. And I think a lot of other mangaka and series tried to replicate that, and it ended up creating a lot of like similar series that tried to either do something slightly different with the ending and ended up fumbling it because it was too similar to another ending, or because the premise was similar and they tried to do too much different. It made it seem wonky. But yeah, I think that's a problem with a lot of modern shonen. But I think they are working their way out of that trend. I feel like we've been getting different kind of shonens recently, but we haven't seen a lot of endings just because they are a little different now. Doesn't mean the ending's gonna be good. And yeah, a lot of people have been having problems with ending of shonen series lately. And I just feel like series in general, people have been having problems with the endings a lot of the times. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Easily one of the hardest things to do is to end a series. Like I said, you're not going to make everybody happy. Not everybody's going to be satisfied. Everybody's going to have their head canon and things that they thought should have happened over the course of time of reading it that didn't happen. And they're obviously not going to like that. So it's gonna affect their enjoyment of the ending. So, what else did you say? Is there like a big show that you known of, but you haven't gotten a chance to check it out? A big show? A big show. Gintama? I have not seen Gintama yet, and everybody loves Gintama. it's hard for me to like think of shows and stuff off of the top of my head, especially like bigger ones that I haven't watched. I've watched most bigger shows. Like I think Gintama might be the biggest show that, let me go on my anime list and just to give me a reference to like shows that I can relate. I'll even pull this up on my screen over here and see if it'll show up. I don't need the filter. I can change the opacity of this. 1 second, guys. Filter. It work. Filter. Edit. Okay. Let me move it. Expand it a bit so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I still don't know if y'all see it as good, but this is just my anime list up here. So I'm just looking through some show. Yeah, Gintama is ranked 7 on here. Or 5 actually. 5 and then 7. So yeah, I've seen literally none of Gintama. None of Gintama. But I've heard Gintama is amazing. Oh, hold up, guys. Camera died. Ooh, I'm charged. Let me see. Let me change this battery. Even see it was getting low. Oh, hold up. Put it on an intermission. Intermission. I'll be right back, guys. My bad. There we go. I thought I clicked it on. Appreciate you, Master Anime. Back, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, as I was saying, going through this list, I don't know if y'all can even see it the best on here. I'm trying to put it up to where y'all could see it the best, but yeah, I don't think you can. Let me close out some stuff. But yeah, out of all of these things, that's probably the biggest of the things that have been. I've never seen any of them. Monogatari, and a lot of people are saying that's really good. A lot of people have said that's really good. Never seen any of that. Basically every other thing in this top 50, I've seen most of it. Oh, and you said something about Haikyuu, Master Anime. Yeah, Haikyuu is phenomenal. I love Haikyuu. I haven't finished reading the manga though, and one of my best friends, my best friend, um, or one of my two best friends. He loves Haikyuu. I think he might have like most of the manga collection. He loves Haikyuu. So I've heard a lot about Haikyuu and I've watched the anime. I just never got around to reading the manga. And I do like sports anime. I'm a big sports guy in general. I just love playing sports, love watching sports, super invested in sports. So I enjoyed Haikyuu. So I'll definitely enjoy the manga because I heard some of that's like super peak, but haven't finished it. Or I've finished the anime, but just not the manga. So I don't know if this is just you're talking about just manga thing or just anime things in here. If you're talking manga too. Let me make sure I'm seeing if you post anything export. To be fair, there's y'all see me for reporting to myself. To be fair, the select shows that the journey itself is so enjoyable that the ending might not be all that important. That's facts. But it's still important because it's the last taste that you have in your mouth of a show, basically. So that last impression is going to be super important. There's nothing more important than first impressions. But that last impression is going to be what you really remember of that show, of that person, or of anything when you really go down and think about it. So, especially for some people can just kind of gloss over the ending and just view their enjoyment as a whole and kind of rank it like that. But some people, the ending literally influences everything else for them. So if it's a bad ending, then it just ruins the show for them. Not me personally. I can separate bad endings from shows, which that's kind of like if you have y'all seen Attack on Titan before I even bring up anything. I'm not going to say any spoilers per se, but I just want to know if y'all have seen Attack on Titan. Most likely because that's like one of the biggest animes that's been out in the last 10 years. One of the biggest series that's been out in the last 10 years and it's finished. So yeah, y'all let me know if y'all have seen that one before I start like just spouting off about it. Make sure export because I don't know why that's not kicking in on this app over here for telling me what y'all are. It's picking up the Twitch, but it's not the YouTube chat. But yeah. Finish scrolling. Yeah, I can just stroll through this and add. Oh, I can add them to my list from here. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, another big one that I haven't seen, that most people have seen is most of JoJo. I've seen JoJo Part One. I've seen JoJo Part Two. I think all of Part Two. I don't think I've seen any of three. If I have, is very little. But I think I've seen all. Definitely seen all of one, and I've seen parts of one multiple times, and definitely seen a lot of two. But do I remember any of it? Not really. But yeah, a lot of people have seen and love JoJo. I've just never really finished it. Like I said, I've gotten into it, but it's not something. I don't think I've just gotten to the part that people like really start to like really like JoJo, because people really like some parts and then some parts they don't like as much. So maybe I just didn't get to parts that I really like, but it just didn't hold my attention enough to make me want to really keep watching JoJo. It's funny, it's entertaining, but yeah. Especially when I'm in like a certain mood to watch a certain genre or something, it just won't find that appeal. Like sometimes I'm just in the mood to watch like a slice of life or like a rom-com anime, and I'm not trying to see people really throwing hands or being super extra and all of that. I'm just trying to watch some freaking romance and laugh a little bit. Relax, bro. Relax with my wife. Um, watch some freaking Toradora or some watch Planet. 10 out of 10 show. Masterpiece. If you haven't watched it, let me put you on game. I could recommend any show or anything to anybody, probably be One Piece, and then it'd be Planet. Planet's amazing. Planet After Story specifically, but Planet is what makes Planet After Story so good and impactful. That'll probably be first on the list of rewatches me and my wife does because that's like our anime. That's like our baby. Like when I first watched the anime, I legit cried. I was like 16 years old. I still remember this. 16 years old in my room. I still remember the episode. I think it was like episode 15, 16. If y'all have watched Planet and Planet After Story, y'all know exactly what I'm referencing. And that moment was just, that wrecked me as like a 16-year-old, man. That absolutely wrecked me. The anime was perfect though. It was absolutely perfect. All right. Let's see. Hmm. All right. Some of these are getting names that I don't know, especially because they have the Japanese names. Until recently, like this year, I hadn't watched ReZero. So that's something newer that I had watched like a little bit, like the first 12 when it first came out. But then I kind of forgot what happened. So I had to go back and rewatch it. And when I have to rewatch some things, I really procrastinate on them. Be quiet, Asta. Asta. Oh, I'm gonna do one more of these little lists just to kind of see. And then I'll go back. I'll take this off the screen. Another good anime is Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World. Our Last Crusade sounds very familiar. Asta, stop it. Our Last Crusade. That sounds real familiar. Is this it? Huh? I don't think this is the one. Oh. Oh, that's the whole name. I thought those were two different shows, bro. I thought you were recommending two different shows. No, I haven't seen this, I don't think. Let's see, when did this come out? 2020, fall. So a couple years ago, pandemic show. Okay, I'm starting to see a theme here. You like magic, don't you? You like magic, don't you, anime or master anime? Do you if you do like magic, are you a big Harry Potter fan? That's my next question for you. Anime names do be wacky sometimes. Heck yeah, anime names be wacky as heck, bro. They be super wacky. That's a long name. And seeing it in Japanese is even longer. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Kimi to boku no saigo no shinjo aruwawa sekai ga hajimaru seisen. Not Harry Potter? Huh, why so? If you're normally if people like magic, the whole magic thing, magician, all that kind of stuff, they normally like Harry Potter. My wife's a huge Harry Potter fan. So, hey, exports popping back. Oh, you're popping up on the like feedback of the video, but you're not popping up on the actual like stream thing to the side. So it's so weird. Gonna assume you have already checked Chainsaw Man. Yeah, you know. But funny thing is, I haven't read Chainsaw Man. I have not read Chainsaw Man. I read about 20 chapters of Chainsaw Man like in 2020 or something. 2020. Yeah, when it was still airing or when it was still ongoing, the first Chainsaw Man. I read about 20 chapters of it. I don't know why I didn't continue after that, but I just did. And I thought about reading it with the anime coming out, but then I don't want it to necessarily hinder my experience of the anime. I kind of want that full on, like it's the first time me experiencing this in the anime. And I also wanted to kind of do that experience thing with my wife. She's never read it or seen it. Um, so I wanted to have that kind of bonding watching thing with her. So I just held off on catching up with it. And I just said it's only 96. I'll just see how the anime does it. I'll be an anime only for Chainsaw Man. And then if it's still good after that, I'll continue with Chainsaw Man 2 and just pick up Chainsaw Man 2. So, but yeah, it's been good so far. I haven't watched the last episode. I think they're on episode, what, 6 now? I've watched up to episode 4. I think I'm not caught up. Um, and it's not because I'm like dropping it or something. It's been really good. It's just because during the week I'm pretty busy most of the time, and job, night shift with YouTube, and being a one man show, editing my own stuff, making all my own thumbnails and recording all of that. I've just been really busy with work and YouTube, and still trying to find time for my family, my friends, and all of that. So yeah, it's hard to keep up sometimes, but there's always a few shows, 2 or 3, that me and Kaylee have been watching weekly lately that we've really been enjoying. Most of the time lately, that show has been like a slice of life rom com type of show that we can just kind of sit back, really kind of laugh at and enjoy. So that's been our vibe lately. It's just like weekly, we sit back, watch our weekly episode of rom com, like a Rent a Girlfriend or a Couple of Cuckoos type of show. Yeah, like what some people would call trash, but we like it. So, Tokyo Ghoul was a good anime. Tokyo Ghoul was a good anime. The original Tokyo Ghoul, for sure, was a good anime. Route A was a little wonky. And then Re was honestly a little bit even more wonky for me. The manga is better. The manga is better. But I did enjoy the anime, and the anime put a lot of people onto the manga. It's a little confusing though. Reading the manga weekly, I've heard this from people who really enjoy Tokyo Ghoul, and just in general, it was a little confusing because they would be swapping back between fights and all of that, and it did get a little bit confusing at times. But I've heard the manga is miles better than the anime, and that they kind of fumbled the anime a bit, which, from my opinion, they did kind of fumble, but it was good. It was still good, but not as good as the manga. But music in Tokyo Ghoul, especially when Tokyo Ghoul was airing back in the day, Glassy Sky, what's the opening? Unravel Me, or is that the ending? One of them. So good. Yeah. My wife was a big Tokyo Ghoul fan at one point. Big Tokyo Ghoul fan. Promise Neverland had like the most tragic fall off I have ever seen. 1 second. I know the Promise Neverland pain, bro. I literally bought all of these when I have 4 volumes of Promise Neverland, was planning on collecting the whole of Promise Neverland because this was my baby at one point. This is me and my wife's baby. I had started reading Promise Neverland since chapter like 1 basically, and yo, it was so good. That first arc of Promise Neverland was possibly one of the best, easily one of the best starts to a series ever. I can say that with so much confidence that Promise Neverland was easily in the fall off. that happened after the playground hunting ground arc was, oh my god, it was ridiculous. It I felt like I got no more volumes after volume 4 after that. I still love the series. It's still one of my babies, but I it just wasn't a series that I wanted to collect the whole thing of anymore. The ending wasn't the problem for me. Classroom of the Elite. Okay, I'll address that in just a minute. Um, the ending itself wasn't the problem for me. The ending was fine. I was okay with the ending. People trashed the ending, the last chapter and everything. People absolutely trashed it. It wasn't the best, which most endings, as we talked about, aren't. But it wasn't bad. I'm normally not a person to judge endings too harshly just because I know how hard it is to do a good ending. But the lead up to the ending is what pissed me off and kind of made me fall off with the series more. The lead up was very disappointing. After the hunting ground, I feel like they literally just skipped most of the storytelling. And instead of showing us what happened after the hunting ground, they pretty much just zoomed through everything and just told us what happened. And then they immediately went into the last fight, which was very underwhelming, I must say. Do love Promise Neverland. I probably might end up getting, because it's not that long of a series, so I might end up collecting the rest. Again, it was my baby. I bought these when they first came out in English over here, like pre-ordered these shits and everything. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Promise Neverland. It had one of the hardest fall offs for sure. I agree with that 100%. And that's somebody who supported the series like crazy at one point. Like crazy. I was a major proponent of the series. Oh, but yeah, guys, that's y'all gotta peek into my manga. And what did Master Anime say? The Classroom of the Elite, my fourth favorite anime. Wow. Is it really? Are you watching Promise Neverland right now? Or no, you made it sound like you had finished it, export. But yeah, Classroom of the Elite. I've seen the first season. It was good. Nothing like earth shattering to me. But it was good. I heard the second season was really good, or is really good. Is it currently airing, or did it just finish airing? But I haven't watched the second half. I don't know if that makes it better. But the first season was good, but I don't remember it being anything like ground shattering or earth breaking. Is it the second season that's making it really really good for you, or did you just really enjoy the first season? And let me see what export said. It said manga, yes sir. Yes, sir. You see my little manga shelf. I want to expand it, but I just really started collecting manga probably. The Promised Neverland was literally the first manga I had ever owned. Um so yeah, that was a big thing for me. That's why it's my baby too, is really where I started kind of collecting manga and really 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 reading manga and stuff like that. Like I was reading One Piece and stuff like that, but that's where I started collecting manga. So yeah, guys, I got a little collection back there. We have Eden's is my Eden Zero, which should show my love. That's that whole row basically right there of white along there. I have base. I think I'm caught up to Eden's. I have um 18 volumes of Eden Zero, I believe. I believe I'm up to date. If not, then one had just come out recently. So, but I think I'm like 18 volumes deep. Let's see. I got this thing pulled up, and I don't know if it's because I'm on it or what. It looks like it's slightly dropping frames or lagging a bit. Is it lagging? Yeah, it looks like it's dropping. Might have to refresh it because it wasn't dropping anything earlier. Stream quality was really good. Let me see. It still says stream quality good, so okay. All right. If you say that, that's really high up on my list of things to watch. I might pull that up when my wife gets home tonight and we might watch a little bit of Classroom of the Elite. Because like I said, I've been hearing really good things about this season. For sure, really good things about this season. So that's. And is it in the second season? Is it done? Was that last anime? Was that summer since we're in fall? Or was that, is it currently airing? But yeah, as I was Eden Zero, I got the One Piece right there beside Eden Zero. I don't have as many One Piece, not as much as I'd like. I got basically all of Wano that's out. But like I said, I didn't start collecting manga really until recently ish, in the last few years. Like really, really collecting. Like I had Promised Neverland and maybe a volume or two of something else I enjoyed, but I wasn't really like getting manga like that. So yeah, One Piece. I got one Assassination's Classroom there on the end, that rainbow one. I'm pretty sure if you're an Assassination Classroom fan, you recognize that. Got a couple Blue Locks in there. Y'all know I love Blue Lock. If you liked Haikyuu Master Anime, check out Blue Lock this season. If you're interested in reading manga, then if you're interested in the series and you read manga, then maybe check that one out because it's really good. I got some Kaiju number 8. I need to catch up on Kaiju number 8. I'm like maybe 7, 8 chapters behind. I really love Kaiju number 8 though. It has one of the best beginnings to a series too. It got me invested within the first few chapters easily. Got a Watakoi, Vinland Saga in there. Black Clover is in there. Quintessential Quintuplets. I love that show. That show was really good to me. Quintessential Quintuplets in there. I got like 4 volumes of that. Something about eating the pancreas eating one is in there. Yeah, some more in there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new bookcase and expand my manga even more. I really like having a nice little, you can just pull out and grab whatever manga you're feeling at the time. I like that. But yeah, Classroom of the Elite definitely going to be up there. I know you said the one show I'm already forgetting, Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World. And then there's with the other magic show. See, this is why I need to be able. Oh, was able to in Full Time Magister. So, what was the other one? Our Last Crusade. And Classroom of the Elite second season. Nice. Love getting me some recommendations. That's how I used to find all of the anime I used to watch. I used to go on just look it up, like good, depending on what genre I'd want to watch or something. Good slice of life, good romance, good battle series, a top 5 series that are similar to One Piece or something like that. I Google it, go in Reddit threads or just whatever blog threads or whatever, and see what everybody was commenting and giving the recommendations. I would sit through them, go on my anime list, look them up, see what they're looking like. And I would normally build a list of future shows to watch, and that's how I found a lot of the shows I watch. So some of the shows I watched are very much niche, but yeah, I've had a lot of fun. That used to be the glory days. That was fun, searching for new anime to watch and actually finding some really good hidden gems. That felt really good. But let's see. Anything else y'all want to talk about? This definitely got a lot off of our One Piece topic. We got off One Piece like an hour ago, I feel like. And just started talking about random stuff. But that's what I like. That's what I like, man. Uh let's see. Mob Psycho 100 though. Oh, that's another big title that I'm not caught up with. I've heard Mob Psycho 100 is going so dummy this season. I heard last season was really. I watched most of last season. I want to say I finished it, but I feel like I didn't finish it. For some reason or another, I feel like I didn't finish it. But I want to say I did finish it. But yeah, I'm not caught up. I have watched none of this season. I just heard it's really, really good right now. Let's see. Any other recommendations? Any other things y'all guys want to talk about? Been going for about what, 2 hours 30? It's been fun though. It's really flowed. I really enjoyed myself. Love live streaming with you guys. Let me see. Let me check my phone real quick. Oh, my wife must still be in her federal obligations. Let's see. Oh, you typed something. Is that show that somehow one ups itself each season? Oh, it's that show that somehow one ups itself. So it just gets better and better every season. Because I really enjoyed first season. Enjoyed what I watched of the second season. Like I said, I don't remember if I finished it or not. So much anime and other stuff in my brain. But I really enjoyed what I did see of it. I liked it better than One Punch Man, and people love One Punch Man. So, I need to make some anime edits for TikTok. What kind of anime edits? I see you. I saw that about TikTok. You got a TikTok? I'll go follow man's TikTok. Master Anime 170. I hope they let me not play that out loud. They might cop. I'm on stream, so I don't think they should be able to get me, but they might copyright my ass. I'm pretty sure this is you. I'm unhide the display. Is this you, bro? You got a good amount of followers and following. Nice. Easily. You're a cool guy. Edit looks nice too. Let me turn down the music so they don't try to copyright my ass. I've wanted to try to make like anime edited video or like AMV, but yeah, that sounds kind of hard. Nice. Oh, my bad. I ain't liking your videos. I'm just watching. I'm gonna go back through, bro, and support. I gotta give my support. We support each other. That's how the world should work. seem like you're pretty good at editing. Do you edit a lot? Let's see, when did you post this one? 4 days. Throw my like on it. But I'll go back through that and everything later. So this is I followed you. This is my Sherlok TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I literally only made a TikTok for my Sherlok and stuff, my shorts. So but yeah, followed you with that. So I got a couple shorts, but they're also on my YouTube channel that are on my TikTok. Oops, let me get off of this showing my messages and stuff. Lord. Tripping. I'm tripping. Luckily, it's kind of blurred out there. All right, let's see. Export say anything. Oh, yeah. Any film red thoughts? Yes. 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 Multiple film red thoughts. I actually have a whole video, so I forgot you just subscribed to me. I was about to say, yeah, I released a video about it like last week or something. But yeah, I have a whole video about it, kind of like my thoughts, or at least not super, super deep thoughts, but like my experience with it more. But yeah, I have a video on my channel. I'm gonna just tell you, you can go watch the video if you want after, but of course I'm not just gonna like try to palm my video off on you. But it's just better explained there. But yeah, I loved Film Red. The story, it was good. The story could have been a little bit better. Top Musica could have been done a little bit better or more telegraphed to us, because it seemed like Top Musica came out of nowhere, but that's a movie for you. But as far as Uta as a character, I loved Uta as a character. Music was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I have had the Drake 21 Savage album and the One Piece Film Red by Ado, or however you say her name. Those are basically the only music I've had on repeat since I saw Film Red. Was that last weekend? The weekend before last weekend. So what, like 2 weeks ago now? I love that music. Where the Wind Blows, phenomenal song. Phenomenal song. What's the other one right above it? Let me pull this up. Beautiful though. Her voice has so much range. That was easily my favorite part of Film Red, was the music. A lot of people didn't like that it was a musical, but for me, like I said, I don't really care about fights. I'm a fight. I like fights, of course. Dope fights are cool. I love power-ups and all that, but fights aren't what necessarily makes a series for me or a show. I like the plot. I like the other elements of it. So the singing was easily what drew me in. I love music as a person. So if you can make a good music, good soundtrack, then that's probably at least 50 to 60 way of securing my attention, basically. So yeah, Where the Wind Blows, Final Lullaby, let's see. I'm Invincible's pretty good. Everything on there. That's not really a bad song. The World's Continuation, I really like too. Like the last two before Bing Sake, I really liked. I like that Shanks got a lot more time in the movie than what I actually thought. I really thought they were just kind of baiting that man, or like baiting us to go watch the movie, which they did a little bit. We didn't get that much Shanks, but we got a lot more about Shanks and his crew than what I really thought we were actually gonna get. I thought they were literally just baiting us. So I was really, really happy about that. Oh, later, bro. Later, master. Hope to catch you again. Let's see. Did you say anything before you leave? I got banned on TikTok. His name, my cousin got banned on TikTok. Okay. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by, bro. Catch you later. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, my Film Red thoughts. I really like the father and son dynamic. Yes. Yes, besides the music, as far as scenes and stuff, that was my favorite scene of the movie was the Usopp Yasop thing because I've been calling Yasop a bum dad forever. He's still a bum dad, but I like that they got to interact. At least some. I know Oda wasn't gonna have them have a face to face, but the fact that they just got to just talk at least a little bit at all, and I got to see that Yasop actually does care for his son seems like a lot. He wants him to be great, but he just had his own things to accomplish, so he sacrificed his son and wife for it. Which I mean, it depends on how you view. You might view that as admirable, and there's some people might view that as terrible. So but I really enjoyed that I got to see that aspect of Usopp and Yasop because that's something we haven't gotten the whole show. We haven't gotten any kind of interaction between them. And for him to, Usopp to be able to, in a whole nother universe, be able to perceive Yasop. And Yasop's like, hey, Usopp, like, I've been waiting on you to finally be able to, like, sense that I'm trying to get your attention. That proves that Usopp is on, like, a different level. Like his dad, it's genetic. Hockey is a very genetic component. So that definitely goes along with that fact. Usopp's definitely going to get future sight, and it's going to happen very soon. Maybe on Elbath, he's going to get future sight. He's going to be probably better than Katakuri when it's all said and done as far as future sight, because it's been said that Yasop has better foresight than Katakuri himself. To be fair, if you leaving your wife sick and she dies, I will do call him a bum. Yeah, no, he's a bum. He's a bum for that part. You leave your wife sick. I don't know if she was sick when he originally left, but you never come back to check. So basically you can stop with Shanks. I mean, I know he's your captain. You kind of got to go where he goes, but you, Shanks, and the whole crew can stop in East Blue. Y'all already in East Blue, but y'all can stop by and see somebody else's kid. Let Shanks have his booty call, knocking people up, but y'all don't have enough time to stop by Syrup Village real quick just to say, hey, what's up, son? Like, I know I haven't been around, but I have my own things that I have to accomplish. This is just something that I have to accomplish. And explain that to Usopp. Not left his mom to just die there by herself, not knowing whether his dad was ever gonna come back or not. Her husband was ever gonna come back or not, and wasn't there when she died. That's honestly just so bummy to me. That's bummy. Oda could maybe he'll develop that a little bit more going forward, but right now that's just so bummy to me. But yeah, I like that moment. That kind of redeemed him a little bit. That gave him redeeming aspects to me instead of being a super deadbeat. But I mean, you stopping in Fuchsia Village multiple times for booty calls, but y'all can't stop by Syrup Village just to say what's up to Usopp, his mom, his family. Say I'm okay. I still love y'all. I just got things that I have to do for myself. So yeah, Yasop gonna need a lot more fleshing out and reasonings for why he does what he does for me to really rock with him. They did that moment well because they made me feel for him, but yeah, overall, no sir, not at all. Let's see what else about Film Red. The fact that they spoiled Gear 5 was crazy. It's crazy. Because it wasn't necessarily necessary. I know you want to show the magnitude of everything, and Luffy is standing next to Shanks, so you have to kind of... Gear 5 is what puts Luffy near Shanks' level. I don't know if he's on Shanks' level or anything like that right now, but that's his key to being on Shanks' level, and the hockey flowing from him like Shanks can do. So it made sense for him to be standing next to Shanks to have to basically go Gear 5. And they didn't necessarily show it all. They just kind of teased it. But the fact they showed it all at all, it threw me off. I didn't expect it. But even anime only fans, most people if you're interested in One Piece, know about Gear 5 by now. It's hard to really avoid that. You're going to see it on YouTube. If you look up Luffy, it's going to be on the wiki. It's going to be like some of the first things you pull up when you look up Luffy now and his devil fruit. It's not really this devil fruit. He looks like this. So most people know, but I was definitely shocked. To be frank, I will be shocked if people haven't gotten spoiled yet on that. Yeah, exactly. There's no way people haven't gotten spoiled on that. Like, they were immediately spoiled on that as soon as that dropped in the manga. So that's just one of those things that if you weren't in the moment, reading One Piece in the moment, experiencing that in the moment, then that's just something that you won't really get to experience like that. That's definitely one of those things that was in the moment. And I was glad I was there to experience that and be in the One Piece community when that was going on. What else was shocking? There was a little retcon in the movie that I did notice. They state at the beginning of the movie that Luffy's the fifth emperor and Big Mom and Kaido are still considered emperors. And that would mean that this was at a time and point in the story where it was between Whole Cake and Wano. But Luffy has unlocked Gear 5 somehow in this movie, even though he's not considered a Yonko yet, and Kaido and Big Mom are still considered Yonko. So timelines don't really match up. Jinbei is also a part of the crew and with the crew full time now. This is the first movie that has happened. But if it was the time period between Wano and Whole Cake Island, then Jinbei shouldn't have been there. He's still on Whole Cake. He hadn't joined the crew yet, so that wouldn't make sense either. I think there was one other thing, maybe Nami with Zeus or something like that, how he was integrated. Maybe that, but yeah, there's just like a bit of a retcon and like, but movies always kind of, you can't expect them to be 100%, even though it's like it's a loosely canon movie. It's not, it has canon aspects, but the movie itself is not canon. Also, Zoro has Enma in that movie. I didn't even notice that, honestly. So, yeah, bro. The whole movie's kind of like a fusion between... You could have just put it post-Wano, but I know they don't want to put it post-Wano and spoil the fact that Kaido was defeated, spoil the fact that Big Mom and Kaido aren't a part of the Yonko anymore, so they had to do this weird meshing thing to where they both satisfied the anime fans and also gave the manga fans a little bit of something. So, and I mean, the anime fans are halfway through Wano. That's why they could do things like putting Jinbei fully in the crew now, because anime fans know that, and if they went into the movie, they would be like, "Where's Jinbei? Where's Zoro's Enma? He has it in the anime." But stuff that hasn't been revealed in the anime, they couldn't quite reveal. So the timeline's just really funky. But yeah, it was enjoyable. 2-hour movie. The beginning was a little bit slow, but a 2-hour anime movie, you kind of see that the beginning was a little bit slow. It worked its way into it. So I was kind of like, okay, it's decent, but it's okay. I like the music, but story. But then it builds and builds and gets better. I was really shocked, really shocked. I walked out the movie and I was like, I asked my wife, I was like, wait, did Uta die? Did she just die in that movie? And I even went on Twitter after, because my wife was even like, did she? And I was like, yeah, I think she died. She's like, I thought she was just asleep or something. And I was like, no, based on the tone, they had her laying almost like she was on an altar, like they're gonna burn her body like how they like Vikings do and stuff like that. So that would make sense for Shanks. They're all crowded around her. You could just tell before that. And then the way Luffy kind of looked so upset. It was kind of weird that he smiled and was happy after, but you know how Luffy is. He resets himself. So yeah. But yeah, Uta died, and that was very shocking. One Piece characters don't really die. And it was a movie, so it was all about her and her impact and her voice and everything. So I made a connection with her. So seeing her end up sacrificing, even though it was a problem she caused, she was just overall trying to help everybody. Um, but ended up sacrificing herself for to get everybody out of the world. So man, I really felt that one. I was a little bit like, that feeling when you watch a really, really good show that you just really enjoyed and you finish it and you get the show hole. You get that hole in your heart feeling like you lost like one of your best friends. And that's exactly what I felt like at the end of that movie. Not quite super extreme, but I felt like slightly empty. Like, I don't know, Uta dying just kind of affected me a little bit, especially when you're not used to something like that in One Piece. Oda doesn't kill characters, so it was really shocking that he would kill a movie character off, especially someone so connected to Luffy and Shanks. But that might have been the danger. Somebody in the world that was living, that was canon, that's connected to Luffy and Shanks. It's shocking, especially when Oda isn't known for killing characters like that. Yep, that's exactly the thing I just said. So you're on the same page as me. It was very shocking to me. I went online, like I said, and I typed it up on Twitter, asked a few people. I think I got a couple replies on it. And then I even like Googled it. I'm like, does Uta die at the end of Film Red? And that's where I kind of got my answers. Most people were saying, yeah, she died. She died. She died. So I'm like, wow. Yeah, it really shocked me. And it kind of makes me feel like it makes me feel when I listen to the Ado, whatever, music, the album for the Film Red movie. I feel like, because I relate her voice to Uta, she's Uta to me. She is Uta. So I feel like she's dead in a way, and it makes me sad kind of listening to the music of such a beautiful, soulful voice that has so much range to basically doing screamo to basically singing so much power and soul in her voice. So I feel so much emotion from the music, and then I don't know, I just feel bad. Been such a blast stream, dude. Discussing all kind of stuff was fun, but I gotta head out for like dinner. I agree. I'm about to end the stream too, bro. I've been going for 3 hours now. I need to get up, get something to eat, and get on with my day. But it's been a blast discussing everything with you. I've had a really good time. I'm glad you stopped by, decided to check me out, decided to join and stay around. I really, really appreciate that, man. I hope to see you on future comment sections, future live streams, in many places, bro. Follow me on Twitter, Sherlok D Homeboy. It's the same as my YouTube. So follow me on there. Maybe we can chat sometimes about the chapter and stuff like that. So, but it was a blast, guys. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, Master already said that, but was hoping to drop a donation in my way out, but I couldn't find it. But it's good to see you. Yeah, bro. I don't even know if I have that stuff set up for Twitch. I'm gonna have to figure that stuff out. But I appreciate the thought. That's crazy that somebody wants to send me a donation, bro. That's insane to me. But I'm really enjoying where I'm at right now. I'm really enjoying the growth of the channel. Thank you everybody for supporting me, for supporting the channel. We're gonna keep getting better over here. I'm gonna keep putting my all, staying up after 13 plus hours of overnight work to release my videos and all of that. I'm gonna still put in the grind and work for y'all guys every day, and y'all just keep giving me that positive reinforcement to keep me going, because that's what really motivates me, man. So I'm gonna catch y'all guys on the flip side, though. Hope y'all are having a beautiful day or night wherever y'all are in the world. This was an amazing, amazing stream. Hope we can do it again. Not next week, but the leading weeks, guys. So I'll see y'all again next time.